Bam! Holy shit, how late are we?
What were you, taking a fucking nap?
Candace was like, just blame it on me. Tell him I kept you busy. I was like, oh yeah, wink, wink. Holy shit, I wish.
What were you, taking a fucking nap? Hold on.
Candace was like, just blame it on me.
There you go. Fixed it.
Oh, there we go. It was halfway in.
That's fantastic. I was just telling Corey that I got my DOT physical today, and so I'm going through the physical, and I'm like, it's decent. It's not a bad deal. I go to a chiropractor to get a physical. Like, how intense can it fucking be? And so we're going through it, and usually they check to see if you got a hernia. Drop your drawers, they touch your balls, make you cough. Both sides. They usually give you a little fucking fluff on the way by. So I'm like, it's going to be a good morning. It's going to be a decent morning. I get in there and it's all like female chiropractors. I don't have to some weird old dude touching my dong and shit. And so we're going through the whole thing. We're doing the whole, it's just stupid. It's like, can you see the wall color over there? I'm like, yeah. Well, your eyes are okay. It's stupid. So she's like laid out on the table. I'm like, all right. She like grabs my hips. She's like, cough real hard. I cough, and she's like, okay, we're all done. I'm like, what the hell?
That's it?
I didn't even get the good part.
That seems ridiculous. Yeah.
On the table? Why'd you have to be on the table?
Oh, man. I was like, what the hell? Modern medicine.
Work physical. Oh, fuck.
She took my blood pressure after drinking a French press of GSD blend.
How'd that go?
I passed.
Oh, good.
Was a little high. I have white coat syndrome big time. Like, I almost didn't have surgery because of it.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Come back in about 5 minutes. I'll breathe slow. Then you can come test it again.
Exactly. And so I told her that straight up. She's like, well, yeah, it's a lot of guys come in and say that, and then we take it, and then we just take it after when you're done. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. She takes it. She's like, well, you're within range. You're a little high, but you're within range. So if you got white coat syndrome, you're doing pretty fucking good. I'm like, hey, and then she wanted to buy the house, maybe.
That's hilarious.
I was running my mouth about selling the house and shit. She's like, oh, where do you live? I told her. She's like, oh, what kind of property is it? I tell her. She's like, oh, that's exactly what we're looking for. I'm like,
okay. So how much? Oh, you don't want to do a fucking sale by owner and like. That's how I'm doing. That's how I'm doing.
I signed it over a little while ago. It'll be up by noon tomorrow.
Oh fuck. Okay, what did he think about with your market assessment stuff? What was he? What did he try to get you to sign or what?
Spot on.
Oh really? He's like, you're right, fucking there.
He said he might be just a touch high, but we'll find out real quick. He says we might be a touch low. He said if we're a touch low, we'll have a bidding war and we'll know it real fast.
You'll know it real fast.
If we're a little high, we'll know it after a couple weeks.
Are you gonna do like an open house like the first fucking weekend for the realtors? No. Seriously, like that $4 bottle of champagne shit, that and like a batch or two of cookies. And the realtors will come see your place just to see what the
fuck. Get on your local caravan. They call it caravan, and all the realtors get in a stupid conga line of cars and drive around and see all the horses. So get on.
They go get free champagne and shit on the weekend.
Yep.
Well, we're targeting a very specific group of people. So
everybody knows everybody.
As soon as the listing goes live, it's going into all the Minnesota homesteading groups. It's going into all the Minnesota farming groups. It's going into all that. That's who I need to buy this is me.
Or you need somebody that's sick and tired of the fucking hot and is like, suck a dick, I'm going north. I want to fish bass and have winter.
Well, it's going MLS, so.
No, MLS. People will search the shit out of that. But yeah, pump it everywhere. Once you got, that's why I'm going to do FSBO, but I'm going to pay the money so I get an MLS number. And I'm going to just blast.
Yours is way easier. you can. It's just a piece of property.
Oh yeah, raw land. You gotta sell the dream though.
No. I'm saying like actually listing it, like the paperwork and red tape that I was going to have to go through to do this by myself. To do it for sale
you
by
gotta
owner.
fill out all the forms. He's gonna fill them all out for you. But
Yep.
all this
And all the rules, like, and he's been doing this for 30 years. And he said when he started, the buyer's agreement was a 1 page and the seller's agreement was 1 page. The first house he did a deal on, it was 1 page on each side. That's it. Now it's like a fucking novel.
I'll still use the realtor when I go to close it.
Right.
I'll have her do all the contract bullshit and all that, but I just won't pay her for the selling deal because she doesn't want to drive over and put up signs. She doesn't want to drive over.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with those contracts. They're ugly.
Yeah. So I'll get them all.
Well, the worst part is I have like 2 easements. I have 2 easements. I have like all sorts of fucking. I got 2 wells.
It's all got to be documented, and they're all going to want it unless you're selling it like as is, where is, blah blah. Yep. You're going to kind of have to do that with that half remodel anyway.
Yep. Yeah, we can only probably roll a conventional mortgage or cash.
Right.
Like we won't qualify for a VA or a FHA or anything like that because it's in the middle of. I mean, they won't ever appraise it at what they need, but he said conventional, we should be fine.
Right. Good. Yeah, you'll get out of there.
We'll see. We'll see. He said noon tomorrow. So, I mean, that ties right in with what I had the meeting about earlier in the day too.
Ha. That is so fucking great.
Oh, dude, the best part, my favorite part about it was
you should bring.
He thought I was going above and beyond for the last 6 months.
Yeah, that part cracks me up. A stellar above and beyond employee
picking up extra
percent inflationary environment, and you're going to offer them 3.7%. Like, here you go.
No. That's not even the best part. I've been the biggest fucking shitbag employee for the last 6 months. Like, I would have probably talked to myself if I was my supervisor.
Yeah. It's like, but he's got nobody. You see it. Like, there is nobody, right? And like, how are you going to get any new dudes with no money?
Dude, so my realtor buddy that was just here, so it's like been the hottest real estate market in the fucking world. So he owns his real estate company.
Right. He's like the top dog, and he's got dudes probably working for him now.
Yeah, and so he sells like resorts and cabins and stuff like that. He's northern Minnesota. Like that's
he's the fun time guy. Fun time guy is good.
Yeah,
a lot of shit coming up.
Big. You know, how hard is it to sell the dream when it's on a fucking lake? I mean,
in the middle of a 1913 recession, it will be interesting because all the shit he helped him buy, he's going to get to help him sell at a fire sale, and he's going to have to walk him through the crying.
Oh, he said that he's bought and sold the same houses like 6-7 times.
Because like divorce, right? Marriage,
kid, family, this and that, everything. And so he's like, yeah, he's like, I said, so he's got a house in Florida. Like, he's my hunting buddy, so I know.
Resort shit, you just got to see more of it. Like single family, yeah, they probably sell the same house twice in their life.
But I asked him if he was going to his Florida house that he built all the time now, because it's Florida. He's getting old. He's getting older. He's older than me.
Why do winter if you don't have to?
Right. He said, well, I spend a little time down there, but I can't get anybody to work for me so I can go away. Like, he's like, I'm trying to hire more employees.
Yeah, because everybody in Florida is drawing Social Security now.
A sales-based fucking real estate agent in northern Minnesota in the middle of the last fucking 5 years, and he couldn't find somebody to work for him. It's like, I wish I didn't have my real estate license, but holy shit.
Dude, you can get a real estate license in 6 months.
Everybody in Florida is either on Social Security or meth. So I imagine it is probably hard to find somebody to work for you down there.
Yeah, that is true.
No, he means up in Minnesota, right? He's looking for agents in northern Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meent in Florida. Okay.
No, northern Minnesota.
Like fishes, but they're straight laced as motherfuckers.
He built a house in Florida, so I was asking him if he goes down there often, and he couldn't get anybody to work.
In Florida. I was like, damn.
He couldn't get anybody to work here. So
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
I mean,
Tim's thing, right? Without Tim's kid, he wouldn't be able to get away.
right,
no.
right, and he's not going to be able to
No
hire
way.
somebody.
Well-
Nobody's going to fucking work for him.
Right. Well, I wouldn't want to live in Minnesota, so I mean, I don't blame anybody.
Well, I'm just saying, there's plenty of people here.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Northern Minnesota's nice. You get away from the city and all that. If you got a high-paying job, and you can get a fancy indoor shit for not crazy money.
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't everything like once you get past that ring of the Twin Cities of like driving up for the weekend? So I say 2 hours out.
Yeah.
Prices don't they just go off a cliff?
Yeah, there's nothing
Or
there.
the acreage will open up, right?
Yeah, there's nothing there though. Like you gotta be able to work.
Services.
So, I mean, which is happening now, but yeah, there's like nothing. It's few and far between what you're gonna do.
You're gonna go hang out with the moose and the bear.
Yeah, you're gonna do what you want to do when you buy a cabin in the woods, dude.
Go build an igloo.
Yeah,
Trap,
you gotta deal with more snow and just bullshit weather for 7 months.
for longer.
You need like a snowmobile resort. That's what you need to set up out there.
We were just talking. Corey goes dog sledding, or she did. She used to go dog sledding every
There you go.
February because we'd go snow goose hunting down in Missouri, and her and her
Mhm.
mom would take off and go dog sledding. And so they'd go up and spend a weekend, then they go out dog sledding one day, and they each got their own like team and sled, and they'd go through the forest. And you know, the second time they showed up, they knew what they were doing, and they remembered them because I'm harvesting rabbits all the time. At the time, I'm like, hey, I got all these fucking rabbit heads that I sell to these raw food eaters. You want to take them up to the dogs? And
Nice.
she's like, oh, fuck yeah. So I sent like 2 gallon Ziplocs of heads, and she got to throw them to the dogs. The dogs are just like, like going
sure.
crazy.
New
But
best
all the
friend.
people remembered them. So when they came
Right.
up, they knew they had been there before, and they were just gone. They didn't go through the whole, this is what you got to do, because they already knew. So
Right.
yeah, they loved it. They have all sorts of shit where you can go, like they'd go for a day. So they'd go out, they'd make lunch, and then they come back. And then you can do like stay in a yurt. You can like go out, spend the night, and then you do a whole day out, spend the night, and do a whole day back. So
That's an adventure right there.
Say, get you a snowboard, and with those big old dogs, you can go dog sledding anytime there's snow.
yeah. Well, that's how the one girl got to work. Like she took dog sled back and forth to work.
Wow.
Don't most people up there drive snow machines like usually
yeah.
like half the year? I mean, that's just like you're
Way up by the border, like War Road and shit like that. I think at some point they just stopped plowing.
right. Follow the track.
The old ice road truckers.
Candace is actually talking with a dude that's ran the Iditarod last year, and we might sponsor him as a coffee company this coming year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's way cheaper. Well, you know, for a little tiny sponsorship, whatever is minimum thing. But yeah, fucking A.
My mom taught 5th grade for fucking, I don't know, 20 years or something, 30 years. And one of the units they did every year was the Iditarod. So they would do it while the race was going on. Isn't it like almost a month?
Yeah, follow on the chalkboard.
Yeah, they did all the whole hype before, and then they would talk about it every day, and they'd get the report. So, of course, I'd be home and hear it every year. So, like, I got this kind of thing for the Iditarod because it's just been pounded into my head year after year after year. And I'm like,
You want me to offer up get shit done blend so we keep high caffeination? Might as well, huh?
yeah.
But if we're gonna sponsor him, then we'll get both of our things in with one sponsorship.
There you go.
But boom.
I think that label just moved up the list.
No, my color printer. So we bought one of those Epsom tank printers where you dump the big, huge cartridge, like the bottle of shit in, and it takes care of itself. But we were like, okay, we can't plug it in until we use up all this fucking black and white for this old printer. And took forever. But yeah, we finally started using it. Fuck. It's cheap. Like a tenth the cost of like HP black ink, and it prints full color.
Nice.
You can start printing QR codes on there so people can just tip you from the bag of coffee.
Oh, I'm thinking like for coffee labels instead of being white based, right, with black ink or whatever, right?
Right.
We could use your guy's sale was good. It was crazy.
Yeah, how they do? Well, let's hear the results.
I guarantee he got more. He got more. I know.
Oh no. The meat man won on the quantity.
What?
Side.
No way.
Oh,
No
well,
way.
you know
He was pushing the shit out of that.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna run an actual report because
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I know I got the first one, and that was a big one, but shit, he had some big ones there
Actually,
too.
you know what? Candace was doing all the shipping stuff while I was dicking around, so I didn't see how. Yeah, let me actually.
I'll take credit. I mean, shit.
Yeah. But I wrote everybody nice notes and threw in some extra shit here and there. Thanked them for using your stuff. Oh, hang on, shit! I didn't see this private chat. I'm sure it's Patty.
Yeah,
she's having internet trouble.
No, she forgot her headphones, and her it's so loud at her location.
No worries. But the anyway. What was I?
Candace is so mad right now.
Probably.
Why
are you giving away all this freaking coffee?
No, not that.
Uh-oh.
That too.
Oh, what'd you do? What did you do?
Nothing.
I scored that Costa Rican though. Holy fuck! Like it pays to have an insider like the insider scoop. I got a note on that on Friday afternoon, like as everything was closing, and I hadn't looked at my phone.
Like dropped you the tip.
Look, well, they're calling it past crop Costa Rican, and it somehow magically appeared on the discount list.
Okay.
There isn't any Costa Rican coming into the country. None of this year's crop has come in. It's all stuck in Costa Rica. Like there isn't any. People will knife people for it. And so as soon as it magically appeared, as all the businesses were closing on Friday, I got the fucking heads up that it showed up in the warehouse.
I was gonna say maybe somebody floated it in on a raft with some people trying to sneak in, but I don't think anybody's trying to sneak in here anymore.
It's last year's crop, so it was crop that came in before February. So somebody had it in inventory and released it for a trade internally is my best thinking of what happened. So my broker made some type of horse trade and made it magically available. So
green beans, how long? What kind of shelf life do those green beans have? I mean, I know sometimes that 6-8 months long.
They're like pretty damn near perfect for 2 years.
Oh damn! Really, 2 years?
Yeah. And she cupped it first thing this morning, and then it cupped out like at an 81 plus still. So it's still like fucking great coffee. But seeing as how there isn't any other Costa Rican, really fucking good.
Best. It's the
best Costa Rican in the United States.
Well, people use Brazilian as their blender bean because it's a really generic, tastes like coffee, right?
I talked about that on TikTok this morning.
Did you really? That it tastes about just coffee?
No, I know that was just the standard.
Oh, the Brazilian, that it is the standard, but really that's why it's the standard, right? Because you put that in, and then you throw in a little bit of Sumatran or whatever, and it tastes like Sumatran coffee. That's why it's the base.
It's the carrier coffee.
There's just
like the carrier oil for
it is.
Scent.
That's why most 3-bean blends or whatever will start with that, and then something and something for some notes. But that's why when you're like this fucking coffee,
it's corn. It's the corn of the coffee.
The corn of coffee.
It's the corn of coffee. But that's why when you say Brian's blend's insane, it is because the base of it, the 50% of it, is a fucking beautiful Costa Rican.
Instead of that Brazilian that doesn't taste like anything.
Or and you could use Colombian, same way, kind of, except it's got that little brightness to it. But it would show through. But so that's why the whole thing has so much mouthfeel to it, and it tastes gigantic. That. So without that, I was freaking out. And Jack's like, he doesn't want any fucking thing else, anything else. So.
I have not tried the Brian's blend yet, but that is the next one that's getting opened up after I finish my last bag of.
I put mine on pause just because I'm a decent human being.
Yeah. No, you're good. So we're all back to good.
I haven't specified at all what have him send me, so he just sends me what he feels like, and I experiment.
That
So,
shit
he
is
sent
what
some
hooked
Brian's
me on
blends.
his coffee. That's
He
what
probably
hooked
sent
me
me-
on his fucking coffee.
You probably sent me your Brian's blends this time around. So,
All right, also I know, and I got
Yeah,
so
I'm
now I
looking forward to
got
trying it.
I still own those 4 bags that are stuck in Costa Rica, and
Yeah.
that's like, fuck yeah. So
What are
anyway,
those 50-pound bags?
150-pound bags.
150 pounds.
Yeah, at like now over 4 something a pound, closer to 5. Yeah. I just filled out loan paperwork.
Woo!
So
Take a mortgage out of
Probably
my
pretty
house
easy
for-
to collateralize that, huh?
yeah, you know what? It's no big deal because it's an inventory loan, and
It's
actually,
gotta be like collateralizing gold or silver
you know how
at this
like
point.
well, no, it's like Square sees your inventory selling and they start making you offers for like, hey, you want a loan?
Oh right.
So we've never taken a business loan ever.
Brian's like, I put 1 Bitcoin up as collateral for this coffee.
No, so we're going to take a business loan on the inventory because they don't give a fuck because they're attaching your receivables. If you get one of those Square loan offers, if you run a little shop online and you're running Square as your
Yeah,
checkout,
I've done
thing,
those.
Yeah. Once you get some cash flow through it, like once you get your spice line up and there's just flow on it, and they can see the computer can see the flow.
I did one of those during deer season just to have a little extra working capital. Because
Did
the
you?
nice
Okay,
thing about
you-
that is then as you're doing sales, it just
It
automatically
just takes a
pays it off.
percentage, and
It's like
you agree
11%
the
of
percentage.
each sale or something like that. Yeah. So yep.
It's and it's just whatever.
pretty
But
well.
you know what? So you already did it. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, so I have no credit for the business. So
Right.
I'm like, fuck it, we should do it anyway. And it would be stupid not to be long on coffee right now. Fucking since
Exactly.
you can't
Get
get
it when you can get it.
when I can get it. That's our new strategy is when we can get it. Fuck it, just do it.
Until Charlie starts picking up.
Then you
steam
can
back
you can
there,
just broker that out for favors too.
Well, okay, so this other gal that we met at Float, you met her, Josh, Abigail. Did she give you a bag of that Costa Rican coffee she had? The other coffee gal?
I don't think I got any coffee
far?
from her. I don't think I got any
yeah,
coffee
they're-
from her. But
Dude,
yeah,
so
I know what you're
she can
talking
get
about.
it imported as an emergency. I can get coffee from her, but I was going to be
Nice.
paying over $8 a pound. They're air freighting it.
At this point, it might be cheaper just for you to buy a small yacht and just take a trip down to Costa Rica.
Well, okay, so no, my deal is so people that want coffee right now, Costa Rican into the country it's what it is. It's $8 a pound.
Mhm.
I might be able to get some more on this deal that was $3.96. So I'm thinking my 54-mile-a-gallon car with 5 or 6 bags. I
Right.
might have to go visit some people and sell some Costa Rican.
Hey, Brian, does your fancy pants realtor guy with his house in Florida and everything? Does he have a boat from Florida? They could take to Costa Rica and pick up some coffee. Maybe a deal going on there.
Oh yeah.
I know somebody that sells airplanes.
Hey, there you go.
Do they got to test drive them to like make sure they're airworthy or whatever? Test drive down there.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think he
test flight.
flies them to wherever he's going to sell them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I know he rents boats and stuff. He lives down in Florida. I could send him a message.
Hey, there you go. You ever feel like peddling coffee?
Build the barge. Oh, that'd be a great.
Well, I mean,
what's
if you think
what's
about
the
it, that's like the
import?
next step.
What's
If
the
you-
import restrictions on something like that?
I don't know.
You'd have to take it
Nothing
to
if you don't get caught.
yeah, yeah. You're sky dropping it, I guess.
That's probably worse than cocaine at this point.
Probably. It's probably more expensive.
No, there's a total quarantine. Where the fuck was that? Newport Richey, Florida, right now. There's some like giant African snail that like is there. Like you're not allowed to move anything like living or grown in or out of Newport Richey, Florida.
Really?
Like no grass clippings, no bark, no. You can't get firewood, right?
Oh no. Is it a really fast moving invasive
I
snail?
They can't get a hold of the snails. They can't round them up.
No, they'll never catch them all.
Oh, and I guess get this.
These shells make them impervious to all of our efforts.
So yeah, they're like, don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
Don't worry.
It's a giant land.
Well, escar go to the hospital if you eat them.
Oh, but it's got what the fuck is it? Salmonella or Giardia. It's one of the nasty fucking things that they harbor. And
One of those ones that make you shit. They all
and they go right to the water
till you
supply,
die.
and I guess they just fuck up everybody's water.
Well, it's
so
a
that's
snot ball in a shell. What do you expect it to be?
Hey, guess what? Buy a fucking Berkey. We'll all just be able to share the snails.
We were
There
wondering
you
why
go.
prices were so cheap in Newport Richey. We're finding like houses for like 50 grand. Now I know the wells are probably snail infested.
Are they in the aquifers and shit? So they're just spreading all over and nobody knows.
I
These
don't
like
know.
subterranean snails.
Stay away from the
So you didn't tell me,
manatee.
so does he have to go to like customs or something with that shit?
Yeah, you'd have to take it to a port of entry for inspection, right? And then it's agriculture. So I believe you have to do agricultural quarantine. So it's got to like sit in there for, I don't know, till they decide to fucking let it out.
I'm guessing there's one in Miami or
Yeah. Port of Miami for
Probably,
sure.
yeah.
Port of Tampa is a huge importation port for coffee because back traditionally in the day, that was like a tobacco and a coffee importation port.
so hypothetically, if somebody was going there anyway, they could bring back as much as they wanted.
Oh, yeah, like that gal that we met at Float that knows that direct farm, right? If you were like, hey, Jesus, instead of putting it on the boat at Exapand, I'd do you for like X minus 10 cents, you know, if I can get some down here. And I'll get it there like in, I don't know, 4 days.
Hey, Seattle's a long, you're a long ways.
To Costa
But-
Rica
but-
to Tampa's not that far.
No, I know you're a long way, but I'm thinking, well, if you just completely skip the whole landing in Florida thing, I'm sure you could work out a deal, just like airdrop it on the Coles roof.
Well, I'm thinking if I'm going to self-reliance
Just do it on the top of Willis's building. He'd be down for it.
There you go.
But if I can get,
He'd be like, we'll do it
We
on
have enough
social
feds
media. It'll
watching
be
him
fucking
already.
incredible.
Doesn't he have enough feds watching him already? Where he's seeing like big bags fall out of an airplane into his compound. What the hell's this? Illegal coffee.
Oh yeah, Brian's seen his place. What's
pretty cool.
What's the manufacturing facility? Does it look like a Costco? Like that big?
No, it's insane, man. It really is.
That's real. I've seen little bits of what he has online. But it's like a
dude.
10-acre homestead, pretty much, and he's got a bunch of aquaponics and everything. And
Yeah, but that's just the start of it. The building is.
does he have a
let's just
huge,
say
like,
eclectic.
big old, huge, like sweatshop with full sewing machines going on in there?
He's a collector of oddities
Ah, yes.
and all sorts of stuff.
That's fucking great.
It's full of stuff. it's really fucking cool. But he's got everything, man. He's got fucking giraffes in there.
That's so funny.
Wow.
But
Like
it's
No.
You never know.
Well, that's what I asked. That was what I asked Corey when she said that, because
Well-
she's been watching his lives and stuff. She's like, yeah, he's got giraffes in there. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, he's got a unicycle too. I wonder if he rides it. We asked him. He's like, yeah, no. I just found it at an antique shop. Thought it was cool.
That's funny.
He's like, I always thought they were cool. I was like, oh, she rides one. She just bought a new one recently, like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
I was watching that live yesterday morning with him and Nicole and Jack,
Yeah,
and he was talking about, I want to have all this kind of stuff. I want to have zebras and all kinds of stuff like that. And I was like,
giraffes.
yeah. That was wild, though. There's some crazy dude in the comments, like threatening to SWAT Jack and everything. It was great. I was like,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Was that a
crazy
threat?
fucker. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's terroristic threats. I don't know.
Yeah. We were having fun with him. They finally ended up banning him, but I was just fucking with the guy the whole time. I
Yeah.
was like, you're my new chew toy. Oh, shit. Well, I needed something to blow off steam. I've been sick as a dog since Saturday. I don't know. Whatever it's been floating around out here. Whoop my butt.
You got the same
Literally.
thing I did.
Whew,
Big
dude.
headache first.
Man, oh yeah. So I was sitting there. I have a friend that wanted me to come help smoke a brisket for them because they hadn't used their
Smoke a
smoker much yet.
brisket.
No. Well,
I'm in
they
Texas.
had-
We just smoke brisket.
That's all we smoke down here. Well, no, we had had never used this smoker, so I go over to help him out, get the thing going. Hot as shit. It's like 102 outside, you know. I'm out there babysitting it, trying to figure it out. Didn't realize it was a charcoal smoker. They say, oh, it's one of the electric cabinet ones and everything like that. So I had to babysit it. All of a sudden, I just started getting like, real intense sinus headache, but then just chills.
Super tired.
Like chills and shivers. I'm like, heck. Go inside, cool down. It actually made it worse because I was like, I'm fucking cold. Why am I freezing my ass off? So I was more comfortable sitting out by the smoker. Finally broke down and went and got in the car, took some fucking medication for it and everything like that. Got some Mucinex, some ibuprofen, kind of knocked it back. A couple hours later, I'm like, you're close here. Your smoker's doing good. I got to go home. I've not hardly gotten out of bed since, except for to finally kicked in. I'm like, oh, hey, Oregon Trail. Let's die of dysentery. Visit the Porcelain Kingdom for about a day and a half. I was like, what the heck? I'm still like, I'm feeling better now, but it's still that I'm like shaky when I stand up and sit down. It just like whooped my butt.
It's not monkeypox.
The energy out of me. No, it's not.
I didn't get the pox.
I haven't had any pox. So.
But I think you guys got the Wu flu.
I have to every day when I go to work, I have to fill out this fucking thing on my time card that or my mobile tech thing does my work orders, that I have to answer all these questions, and I just every day I complete it and say no COVIDs or monkeypox. For the longest time, I'd come up with some bullshit and just like a long anti-political statement and all this different shit. And then I just finally just started writing no COVIDs or monkeypox.
I have none of the popular diseases.
Like, the questions are so generic. Like, literally half of the days of the week I wake up and I have 2 or 3 of the symptoms just because I'm fucking 42 years old and I'm climbing into the fucking holes in parking lots. You should have any sore muscles. Of course I fucking do. I live on a homestead and I climb in and out of fucking holes all day. What the hell do you think? Yes, I do. I'm fucking sore.
Yeah. You have any muscle soreness? Right?
Every day you should just write a new disease. You should be like, not tuberculosis.
Not tuberculosis.
They don't even read them.
Like, yeah, nobody will like. But when you read, they'll read all that shit. They'll be like,
I told you that those guys went to the different company, and I told the one guy that I had started adding monkeypox because I did COVID, no COVIDs for fucking ever, and then they started talking about monkeypox, so I threw that in. So I sent him a message. He's like, "You guys still fill that shit out? We don't have to do that."
Right down. I think I tested positive for herpetogonosyphilis C Delta.
I got it from a toilet seat at work, so you owe me fucking workman's comp.
Oh, dude. Whatever you get, I'm for sure you got it at work.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no, totally. Like when you do decide to quit and you do your final.
I liked your ideas, though.
You totally ought to just call in COVID like the last day. Just get them to pay you for that last 2 weeks while they go through and clean up all the bullshit the crap that you.
Man.
Just like
there's so many good things, and TikTok's horrible because I think they heard me talking about it.
Oh yeah.
And I just seen like all this shit that's spurring me on.
Now
TikTok
it's just
is
serving
as bad
you
as the wish ads on Facebook. Like you may not have said it out loud, you may not have said it in a message, but you thought it, and here's an ad.
Yeah,
Corey one time was she called her doctor about something and asked a question about a certain product, and it showed up on her fucking Facebook, and she said, "Yep, no more discussions on the phone."
Nope. I've had that happen.
Listen to her call with her doctor.
I've had that happen before while I was having a conversation in person with somebody and nobody was on the phone or had their phones out. And then I open up my phone, open up Facebook, and there's ads related to the conversation. And I'm like, yeah, bullshit. You don't listen.
See, that's why you have to have fun conversations.
That right there is why I don't buy into the whole TikTok's gonna steal all your data. I'm like, I fucking know.
So right? No shit.
Everybody else does
TikTok's gonna steal all your data. Well, they know what my wife talked to her doctor about.
Are they stealing it from Apple or are they stealing it direct?
Right, exactly. For all
I
I
don't
know,
think TikTok existed at that point.
right? Exactly. I'm like, that's nothing new. The Chinese are stealing your.
Did anybody
Chinese
listen to
made your
Edward
fucking
Snowden
phone.
at all?
If the Chinese
Yeah,
wanted to bug your
Did
phone,
anybody
they could.
listen to him, or did they just say, "Oh, he's a fucking terrorist"? Did they actually listen to what he said? Whether they agree with him leaking it or not, did anybody actually fucking listen to it?
Yeah. The whole like, oh.
They made the fight over whether he was treasonous or not for releasing the data, not over what the data was about.
Yeah, no, they just ignored that. Well, of course, they didn't want to. It's
But
sort of like the whole Maxwell case thing. Let's throw her. in
Jesus
prison,
Christ,
but-
I bet we're like totally fired off of fucking YouTube right now. I
Whoa.
said COVIDs, monkeypox, and Edward Snowden and treason.
Oh no!
Right.
And well, okay, so the data center in Utah, every keystroke on every fucking device gets split as soon as it before it gets into your before it gets to your ISP. There's already a secondary copy on that net that is heading to Utah. Raw, all of it. You need
Well, all I gotta
millions.
say to the ones who are
gallons
stealing the
of
data
water
and listening to
a
everything
minute.
I say is suck my dick. You're not
Yeah.
gonna like what I have to fucking say, but get over it because I'm gonna say it anyway, whether you listen or not.
Think how much crazy shit that is.
Maybe
That's like
I ought
a
to
million
listen up.
gallons a minute to cool the fucking server farm.
Yeah, that's reason. Yeah, like they drained that whole lake.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much data. If
Mhm.
everybody just starts encrypting everything, but the problem is they're probably at the keystroke level before it gets encrypted already copied.
Well, that's what I say with the whole argument of the TikToks. The Chinese are stealing it through TikTok. I'm like, dude,
Right.
your fucking phones are all made in China. If they want to bug
Right.
your shit, they could bug it at the fucking hardware level. It's
Dude, they
not
put
like-
that shit into the chips in the factory.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The
not
guys in
that
the
hard.
factory don't fucking know that.
I
Are
mean, and you
kidding
could
me?
call me paranoid for thinking that, but I mean, you're just kind of stupid not to consider that at this point.
I just kind of accepted that everything I say is being recorded, or
Yeah.
somebody's listening to it at some
We
point.
live in a surveillance era.
But if you were to start taking shit apart, I bet there's probably mic loops on like toasters and shit. You know, like
People
I
are fucking
We're gonna
locked
glue
in
together
their
something.
house.
Inspector Gadget fucking like thing with toasters and like a bell on it and some shit.
No,
there's
dude,
Bluetooth
it's
connectors.
not that hard. They don't have to do that. People are putting fucking speakers in their house that they purposely want
I know.
on. They turn them on purpose so they can listen for them to say a command to
Oh, yeah.
start their dish fucking water.
Exactly.
You don't think they're listening to everything fucking else you say in the house? Only when I say, "Hey Alexa." Well, how the fuck do you think you know
Hey,
you're
let's
saying it?
fuck with anybody who's listening. Hey Alexa, play Big Balls by AC/DC. You're welcome, folks. You're welcome.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, motherfucker.
You gotta name your device like that. At least something funny if you're gonna play that way.
Wasn't that
You know,
chicken
I
hawk
should get
had
a, I should
your
get a
phone
big
day where he's
speaker
got
and do
his-
that at campgrounds. Do they do that in camper? Like I've never considered even owning one. They're like, there's no fucking possible way I'd
I
use something
had-
like that.
I had one of the Google ones that I got for free, and when I worked at my old job working on the kill floor, I just plugged that bitch in there because I could change the music while I was killing animals. And I was like, look, if they want to listen in to me fucking killing cattle, then let them. I mean,
I mean,
whatever.
there's that. I wouldn't use one in my home.
No, I don't want it. No. And now everything comes with that shit though. Like if you've got one of the Amazon like the little plug-in things on your TV for you can get like, you know, you can watch Amazon Live. They have those things. It plugs into like
I don't own a TV, dude.
right. Okay. Well, but anyway, but they've all of those devices and including all the smart TVs people have and stuff, those are all Alexa enabled.
Yeah,
Half your
why do you
phones are
think?
Alexa
Why do you
enabled.
think my 70-inch TV was $390? Come on, the Roku guys are like
Yep.
pirating all the Odyssey like library that I'm generating. They get to serve all the ads, and they got a mic and a camera thing. Fucking
Right. All I gotta say, whoever's listening, I'm sorry. I mean,
Right.
whichever freaking FBI or Alphabet Boy agent is assigned to me, Buckle up, buddy.
Well, they said your data is worth about $8 a day at this point. Just like if you were to just fucking take it, here I'll just stand naked and just fucking take what you want. If you were just going to honestly broker all your data out and you were going to get the payment instead of all these guys just stealing it and getting it, it'd be $8 a day is the current economic assessment of what it's worth. What's that like up there? $240 a month?
Yeah,
That'd kind of feed you if you weren't a dumbass.
I'll take my data payment in Bitcoin. Thank you. Hell,
Yeah.
what they're taking from me is
That's what
more
I'm
than
doing.
fucking Brian made on a raise.
That's what I want to do with my raise.
Oh,
Well, I
man.
mean,
Turn it into the best raise ever in like 5 years.
If it's
You need a separate fund that's just for that 40 that goes
One
into your
wallet,
own
just
wallet,
one,
and
just
we'll
a separate
oh,
wallet.
Oh, have a barometer on it. It should be
Yep.
like dick shaped, like a big dick going up.
I should take the wallet value and put it on a website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying a giant phallus, and when it fills up the head, have it spurt out the word party, and boom, put a sinking fund in. You know, when you get like 10 G's off this, then fucking let's roll.
Like 2
Wow.
weeks worth of work.
call it
They
the
list the
party
house
fund.
tomorrow at noon, and we sign a purchase agreement, and I get like 1 week of a raise because it doesn't go into effect until like next Monday. I
Oh,
think.
yeah, because, we can't do that till the next pay period, even though you could do it with like 3 clicks.
Right.
Click, retro, click.
Oh,
So yeah. I gotta really wait till everything closes because I don't fucking trust shit anymore. So yeah, once shit closes, so what's it gonna be like? If I get an offer tomorrow, could be like 2 weeks. So it'd be like 1 week of pay, $40. Put it into Bitcoin.
Hey, it's $40 a bit. $40 a Bitcoin you didn't have.
Exactly, and it'll be worth like
A lot more.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Uh,
You say, you were talking about your data is like what, $8 a day? I'm like, well, damn, that's like getting $1 an hour raise if you're $8 a day. Wow.
oh.
Woo.
So are you getting downloads from like where? Like Vietnam, Saudi Arabia? Come on, I gotta know.
Down.
What's
wait,
that
what?
on the foot thing?
Yeah.
We haven't sold anything yet. I don't think she's
Oh.
porn enough for them.
Oh. There's a
Oh.
bunch of cheap bastards that want her feet and don't want to pay. That's what it is.
Well, I blur it out. They're all blurred out.
The feet are blurred out?
The pictures.
Well, yeah, they can't give away the goods.
So I upload pictures. I upload pictures and videos to this site now.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you about this.
No, well, hold on.
I'm a foot pimp.
Okay.
I'm a foot pimp.
No, I know about the foot pimping, but I don't know about the blurring out. What do you blur out, the toenails or
No,
like?
until they pay. Until they pay for the pictures.
Oh.
Big censored watermark over it.
You should just put a big watermark like in right in the middle of her foot, so it just moves around.
No, they give like a preview picture. So I upload 5 pictures from her walk that day. So we're doing this totally legit. Like YouTube thinks that it's age restricted. My wife just walking around barefoot. So I said, okay, well, if they think it's porn, I might as well go on a foot fetish site and I can post this and be able to sell it. And sell it as porn. So
That should be your counter.
we're not doing like all the pictures on there you like see. They're all like, oh, here's the soles of my feet.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, $17.99 for a foot job video.
Right. I mean, shit like that. So we're not doing that shit. We're just posting, literally taking like similar pictures and taking a clip of the video from YouTube and putting it on this site and see if we sell any.
Oh.
Whatever you do, don't post the name or the YouTube link on your foot porn site because you don't want them to figure out they can get it for free going to YouTube.
I'm going to start posting that you can buy her photos at this site on her videos.
Right.
And see if
there you
anybody
go.
thinks it's going to be something different.
There would be a
Well,
whole
it's different.
rip-off.
It's different video. She just corrected me. It's a different video clip than what's on for free. So it is a premium clip
Wait,
of the same thing.
You could make like a video clip of like going to pick up a cucumber, but then it cuts off and then it goes available only. And boom. Just like, or maybe just walk by some carrots or something, and then just like go OnlyFans. Boom.
How about she just walks through a porn shop?
No. Just like
Get those Long John donuts with like the cream.
I don't know if I want to go
squeezing
into
the cream out of it with your feet.
Step on one of those and make it just squirt out the top.
Dude, wasn't there was that Chinese girl that was making a shitload of money on YouTube for a while because she was just smashing her face into bread.
Smashed it with her feet.
You remember there was that Chinese girl that was smashing her face into bread, and she had like a huge following, and people were like paying money. She would just sit there on like, video and just smash her face in the bread, roll it around, and shit. And people ate it up. She made like $1 million.
Have you seen the asshole on TikTok that just blows the fucking blower in his mouth and it puffs out his cheeks and he looks like Mr. Ed? And it's like,
I have not.
He's done it for like 280 days in a row. That's all he does.
I haven't made it to air compressor porn TikTok yet.
That's all he does. It's the only thing he does. I think it's the same fucking video every day, and he just changes the date, and he's seeing how many followers he can get by doing absolutely fucking nothing on TikTok.
Oh,
that's fucking great.
He's got like 800,000 followers or something. I'm like,
oh my god.
I started a OnlyFans account. And,
oh god.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta hear about this.
I ordered some pornographic underwear that looks like maybe animal creatures, and I ordered a fluffy animal head. I'm not going to tell you what or the name of the channel, but I will report back if skinny white guys with animal heads and colorful parts get views.
I was going to say, Renegade Butcher does sell underwear, but I'm not sure if I want that involved with anything you got going on there. I don't think I want my name on it.
You won't know it's me. Oh my god! So
I would never be able to tell it was you.
We'll see.
There is Morocco.
I want to see if my OnlyFans can beat Corey's.
All of a sudden he's going foodforestfarms.com, foodforestfarms.com, and also check out cannabinoid natural foods.
No. I'm just gonna do it as a pure, sexy panda, but maybe not a panda.
Is it going to be silent, like Charlie Chaplin style?
Oh, no. Oh, well, if I only play fish, people will figure that out pretty quickly.
Just wait until the one morning where
the skinny white dude that likes fish. Yeah, you're the only one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good idea.
The only one that would be crazy enough to put an animal head on and dance around with fucking animal underwear.
Wait for the right morning where somebody gives him the wrong strain. And he hit the bong a couple times that morning, and he forgets which show he's doing, and he comes on to his regular show wearing like a freaking panda hat and this like weird purple dildo. He's all like, "Hey, hold on, pause, guys."
I'm hoping one show will way outperform the other. I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see. I can stand if that was like, think about it. That's what you had to do. Stay in shape every day. Was just dance around anyway.
Well, you gotta give us. You gotta give us the link because we have to promote this.
I swear, guys, this is going
Check
to
out my buddy.
If I get age
this is the dude that I buy my coffee from.
If it works, I'll buy fun toys. Trust me.
This is how my YouTube gets age restricted. Y'all want me to stream it to mine this time?
Panda bear naked in an excavator, just rolling over trees.
Wow.
Oh, fuck, it could happen.
Oh my god.
Nobody's going to know it's him. He's going to have like little Charlie there dancing with him,
Oh, fuck.
Wow. Would you guys rather have banjo to the nuts or
making Bubba copy since 2022?
You should do your live roasting videos dressed in that.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Yeah,
does Candace know about this? How's she feel about this?
Oh, she was crapping.
She don't care.
She doesn't give a shit.
I told her I was going to go against Corey's foot porn and we were going to have a little competition. Oh, yeah. And
but the thing is, you're actually doing almost porn. She's just walking around barefoot.
But the point is, I'm a white fucking guy. Like, my point is,
you don't think there's anybody out there that likes white guys? I mean, I know it's kind of a woke society up there, but there's still people that like white.
Well, if you think about it, the fact that being
That's
white
what
is
I'm
such
thinking.
a
My downloads are going to be Eastern European.
well, no. If you think about it, though, the fact that being white now is such a bad thing that makes it taboo, which actually might make it.
Oh, it could be like they're sneaking off to watch the fucking white
It's that
pants.
secret. Somebody got to clear their browser history because they don't want anybody knowing they were watching a white guy.
I wouldn't want anybody to know I was watching him and a fucking animal head
Oh my god.
elephant schlong.
Oh God.
Oh, it must be a baby elephant.
Hey, you know what? Creative marketing. I got to try some different shit. I'm just like, could this possibly? Could it be?
So which holiday did you come up with this on?
Well,
Because I know you like to celebrate the holidays.
it was 4th of July.
Yeah.
We weren't gonna have a party, but then both kids came to us and were like, "Well, I kind of invited all my friends over." They were like, "Both of you did, huh? So, looks like we're having a fucking party."
You're gonna have one of those little voice changer box. Welcome to the Squatch Fest.
Oh, fuck. Oh man, on the Squatch Fest, on the good news. Yeah, dude, I sent Rhyme Wave, his real name's Casey, a note like I don't know, 4 or 6 weeks ago. Like, hey, we need a musical director. You fucking killed it. You love it. Like, let's go. Like, you are a promoter, not just a player.
Mhm.
So he was off with family in the Midwest. Didn't even get the message till like he just got back. Was like started checking back in. Was like, oh fuck, yeah, I'll be on your podcast.
Hey, in a little bit, I'm gonna have to just blank my screen for a little bit because I got to sell some hunting shit to somebody.
Sell some fun shit. Okay, cool.
Just getting rid of everything, man. You gotta sell off what you can, the easy stuff, hunting.
Oh, you know what? You should have those picker guys come in their van.
Ain't nothing they want here.
They don't know that. We could
I
sell
used
some shit.
to live like 15 miles away from their main shop. The American Pickers. Those guys.
They roll through my old town.
Like Princeton, Iowa. That's like they've got a shop right there on the river. And I lived in Davenport, so that's just right down the road.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
they
roll
Never got a
through.
chance to go look at their shop though. I always wanted to, never got in there. Drove by.
They're kind of shady dudes on the show, I guess. They
Yeah,
rolled
I don't
through
know. I've never
rolled
met 'em.
through my old town and that area, and a bunch of my friends like contacted them, and yeah, there's some.
Any of those reality TV guys, yeah, most of them are not.
I mean, it's TV. Like
Exactly.
you really believe that? Oh my God! Look, I found this $8 million fucking coin underneath this old thing that I picked up and was making fun of this guy, and then I looked down and happened to see it here.
If I see it on TV, I by default don't believe it.
Like I said, I don't own one.
Yeah. It's like
I hardly ever
fake.
turn mine on.
Sell it.
Every once in a while, it's nice to throw a DVD in or something like that. Once in a while. And it's
I
nice
got
to-
a portable DVD player for my laptop.
Yeah. I
Oh,
can
like
do
a
that.
small. Yeah, I keep going to garage sales.
No.
looking for really
This just
old-
plugs in. It plays on my laptop screen.
Mhm.
It just plugs in the USB port.
Oh,
Yeah.
USB. Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if one of those could USB straight into a new TV screen because they got USB side
A
slots.
lot of them can. Yeah.
Who owns DVDs anymore anyway?
I don't know. I was just thinking for playing
I've got a-
CDs.
Got a stack of them sitting out there that I could probably sell as collectible at this point.
Use them to keep
I got a
owls
box of
away.
VHS
That's what we
somewhere
use.
too.
But so Rhyme Wave gonna music direct. I sent another note to another buddy of mine who's got like a real rock and roll band, owns a roofing company. Did this roof actually? They actually saved their company.
They must rock.
No, y'all, they're so him and my buddy Nate, right? He was the biggest.
They really
Seahawks
raised the
tailgater.
roof.
Oh, he tailgated like a
It was
motherfucker.
terrible. Terrible.
That's really bad. That's really.
That joke was so bad it gave me shingles.
So those dudes were just roofing, right? They didn't want to be like owners of a company. And then the roofing company goes tits up. So they like look at each other and they're like, fuck, we could go get new jobs or we could just buy the fucking company. So they like manned up over the weekend, met with bankers and did all the bullshit because the company that was going tits up was because it hadn't paid, owner hadn't paid taxes or done shit right. All the bullshit. Had to clean up all the shit, but they saved everybody's jobs in the entire place.
Nice.
So yeah, like, nobody ever quits, like ever.
I haven't heard anything back, but I did send a message to that sack squatch guy.
Oh,
I was
good.
like,
No,
I was like,
dude.
I'm like, I know a festival for you. I'm sure you can get the hookup, man.
Candace has watched his stuff forever. But the Roofing dude has a great rock band, so we reached out to him and I kind of told him the story of like, hey, because I didn't hear back from Rhyme Wave yet. I was like, we don't have a musical anything. I can't do everything. Like, I'd much rather focus on other shit. Like, how's about you come and play one night, maybe two if you want. I don't give a shit, but everybody else. Like, maybe drag some people with it. And so he talked it over with his wife, and he got back to me. He's like, my fucking lead singer just went to Colombia for a year to be with this chick.
No.
So he's like, we are out for us playing, but I know some guys. I'll get right back to you. So now,
why don't you sing, Brian?
Well, I'll trust me when a real band's not rolling, it's open like whatever. So everybody drags instruments out and whatever, drum circles, electronic, whatever.
You wear your animal head.
Yeah. Friday night is furry night. Da, 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 da. It's like you've been there. You're honorary. Okay, but anyway, so you guys sold all that shit for me. And but anyway, the other guy, I think, right, can send some rock and roll bands now, knowing we got a musical director, maybe. Got someone to coordinate all the talent because there's some like folk girls that'll come play. Somebody needs to manage it, not me. That's the thing. Or hey, if anybody else is out there wants to like put on your IMDb industry webpage that the third annual festival director is you. That's like a director job.
True.
Give yourself a raise. I'll give you a percentage of the gate you would like. You're gonna have to like pay the bands and whatever. Figure it out. Come make me an offer. If somebody wants to step up. Means you're gonna promote also. Because that's what I was gonna get back to you guys. Everybody bought coffee, shirts, tchotchke, mugs, cups, shit. But nobody, not one.
Nobody bought tickets, which is what you were trying to sell.
0 tickets for sale so far. So as of this morning, I was like, you know what? No tickets for sale. We're going to list that other fucking parcel. Okay, fuck it. If the world does not want Scotch Fest to happen, fuck it. And then 15 minutes later, Rhyme Wave, bam! I've been gone. I haven't seen shit. I'm going to get it together for you.
So you can still get 50% off tickets if you use the code Liberty Meets. So
right, and I'm gonna leave. No, I'm leaving that fucking code up. I don't care till the day it starts.
Yeah.
If it blows up and we don't do it, I'll give her their money back. I don't care.
Just for the tickets, right?
Huh?
Just for the tickets.
Yeah. I did. I ended at Tuesday, but it wasn't Tuesday morning so early. It was,
Well, I put that disclaimer on my website. I was like, it might be, it's you might have a 4th of July party and maybe sleep in or something.
Yeah, I got around to it, but it
might not be real coherent when he wakes up enough to go and turn it off.
He might accidentally turn it to 100%. You never know.
Try the code.
If you hey Josh, did you give Jack a code for your spices?
I did. I did. I gave him a 10% off until later on.
Hey, there's Casey right now. Bam! Talk this weekend. Boom. Okay, so you gave him a code for TSP.
Yeah. There's 10% off everything. Yep.
And then when you put me in the MSB, you got to give them like a deal that you will not replicate anywhere else. That's why I was like, you could run 50% off, but it can't be forever because that's the deal. It can't be better than what's in there, or I got to go change that thing.
Oh yeah, no.
But okay, get this. I stumbled into this stupid lucky, and we got to think about this for next year for your guys' affiliate links. Amazon Prime Day is like the 12th and 13th of July.
Okay.
So it was the perfect time ever to run a coffee sale. You're talking the 2 weeks before the big suck of cash to the Christmas in the summer sale of America, really.
Right.
So it was right before that, right? And right near the first of a month when everybody kind of has money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the timing and coffee sales suck ass in the summer. Like literally, it's on a wave sign. Cold brew helps, right? And educating people about cold brew, but help my cash flow. So
hey, write me notes on cold brew and text message.
Yeah, there you go. Since he's doing
quarter,
thing.
you know, like the half-gallon jars, like the
I know,
mason
but
jars?
write it down so I can read it and digest it when I'm waking up tomorrow morning, and maybe do it as a coffee tip on my fucking new coffee tip thing.
Didn't I give you one for tomorrow? Okay, I'll give it to you in cold brew.
I know this guy's selling some mugs coming up here. That's going to be hopefully pushing towards the coffee a little bit.
Oh, those
I
are really
sell fucking
nice
coffee
mugs.
too.
No,
you do. I've got mugs and tumblers and insulated stuff and everything like that too.
Text.
Hey, there's actually like an insulated, like a little thermos thing that has a Bluetooth speaker in the lid with my company shit on there. It's expensive, but it's like a Bluetooth speaker with a tumbler, you know?
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't lose
your
your
crazy fucking face on it, then great.
So here's the deal, guys. I am selling fucking mugs for $10.
That's pretty
I
can't even buy them for that.
Well, you got to pay shipping. You got to pay shipping.
Yeah, but I looked it up.
I
That was
remember how much
16
my
delivered.
fucking mugs are.
16 delivered's nothing.
So yeah, thelotsproject.com/shop. I'm just gonna start throwing up fucking mugs like crazy. I'm gonna have a section for scrambling. I'm gonna have a section for Josh. I'm gonna have a section for whoever the fuck wants it on there. And yeah, we'll have a bio and links to people.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do? You need to look at something, find a way to cut it down a little bit, make it worth somebody's while or whatnot, but do a mug of the month club where they sign up and they just get a random mug from your collection every month.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Don't worry.
You know? Something
I
like
just
that.
The mugs and the fans, and it'll roll. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Mug of the month.
You could do Pug of the Month.
Yeah.
On the dog page, people would buy that motherfucker.
Isn't that your OnlyFans?
That's just, he just revealed the name of his OnlyFans account, Pug of the Month.
Oh my god, the flop ears would be great.
Oh, I just saw a news article earlier where the guy who was reading it was trying not to fucking laugh the whole time. I guess some guy tried to break into these people's house, tried to sneak in through the doggy door, and he got stuck. And these people's German shepherds came up and pulled his pants down and basically took advantage of him. And now he's trying to sue the homeowners. He's trying to sue the homeowners.
I got monkeypox from your dogs.
I'm having puppy babies.
Can't wait. Who gets pick a litter in that situation?
No. I was
boy.
gonna make like a road joke there, but no, I don't want to do that. We already ticked all the boxes.
Can't get any worse.
I was gonna do a TikTok. It was gonna be this.
I'm gonna roll.
You want to hear my thoughts on Roe v. Wade?
Exactly.
I don't fucking care.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's insensitive. I mean, I see all these guys like, oh, we have to stand up. I'm like, I don't care.
I had somebody bust my ass about it the one day. Why are you not saying anything about it? I'm like, because for the last freaking 15 years, I've been told I don't get to have an opinion because I don't have a uterus. Yeah. So why do you want me to have an opinion now? Shut the fuck up.
I'll agree with
what
you.
You asked.
100% agree with you.
Hey, guess what? They were gonna mandate me to take a vaccine to keep a fucking job, so they can tell you not to have an abortion. I mean, deal with it. Fucking do something about it and figure it out. Quit fucking crying and asking for permission.
Exactly. They're like, you don't understand though. This means that guys don't know what this means. This means that now they're going to get stuck with child support for like 18 years.
Not if I don't put my dick in somebody.
That's already been the case. Welcome. It's like that meme with the guy sitting there in the noose and he's all like, hey, first time. Yeah. Welcome to we've been getting fucked for years. So welcome to the party.
First time.
Yeah, you're not talking to two people that know that at all.
Right? Exactly.
Wait, I'm working on the memory eraser. Hold on.
Thanks, sweetie.
The flashy thing.
Fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
I think I might have offended this guy coming to buy this hunting stuff. So I
no.
listed it on Marketplace, and he messages me, and I like look at his profile because like check out who's coming to my fucking house, like, and
Yeah.
so I pull it up, and it's like this little kid with I don't know, like teenager maybe with a turkey and in a wrestling match, a high school wrestling match, and so figures the dude's dad buying the shit for his kid. There's a bunch of shit you'd buy for a kid getting started.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, is it for your boy? Because I had some shit I was going to just throw in for free. I was like, oh, is it for your boy? He's like, no, that's me. I'm like, he's like, I go back and look. They were like pictures from 2018, 2016. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's probably in his fucking 20s now.
Bro,
Like,
That's
is that for your boy?
you old enough to buy this shit, kid?
Oh my god. Oh,
You gonna bring your daddy with you?
Dad giving you a ride. Like I've talked to, I actually I sold a lot of shit out of this place, birds and all sorts of shit when we were homesteading, and I had this long conversation. Is he okay over there?
oh me.
I had this long conversation with this person.
Didn't want to
about,
burn the house down.
it was through email about buying these chicks, and they're going to be hatching eggs. I'm pretty sure hatching eggs are day old chicks, and they were like asking all these questions and this and that. And I was like, oh, cool. So car rolls up. They came all the way from fucking Minnetonka. It's like 90 miles away. They're buying black copper Moran eggs or chicks, one of the two. And so they come in and they get out of this fucking Lexus in this little cardboard box. I'm like, I got them boxed up already. And I start talking to the mom. She's like, no, you're dealing with her. And it was like this 6-7-year-old girl. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, she's been emailing you. That's all her. Like, I did none of this. This is a school project for her. She's doing it for homeschooling. And I'm like,
Okay.
wow.
Learning business at a young age.
Fucking incredible. I was like,
Damn.
I totally assumed I was talking to an adult through email.
Impressive.
Yeah, I was impressed. And she followed up with me. It was eggs because she followed up with me. She asked questions through the process. She asked questions after they hatched, and then she donated them to somebody because she couldn't have chickens at her house. She was just doing the hatching for her school project or something.
Huh.
Nice.
Awesome. Asked if I knew people that would be interested in buying them from her to compensate for the cost of the eggs. And she didn't want to make any money. She just wanted to break even and stuff like that. I was like, oh,
Dang.
rock and roll, girl. Rock and roll. I don't care if you're from Minnetonka.
Nice.
I guess you're okay.
Minnetonka.
So
That's
this is
what he
that is
laughed at.
Wyzetta. And
Those party
Eden Prairie. Everybody hates Eden Prairie. I didn't know why. I mean,
Party barges are pretty damn fun.
Lake Minnetonka, Vikings partying barge.
Yeah, I've been out on those. It's like Vegas. You just can't remember once you get to the dock.
Dude, did you ever hear about the guys on the ice houses out here that like run brothels and bars out of their ice houses?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Somebody said that the other day. They were like, "We can't
maybe
allow
it was me.
fishing on the lake because that'll bring the prostitutes." I was like, "What the? I never connected those two dots before." But what?
Yeah.
Would that do go underground now, like
Does it all look
icefans.com? Or
like Eskimos and Russians, or like what?
No, man. Like, dude, my brother-in-law, like, they all buy ice castles. So there's like fucking campers basically that go out on. It's like a living room out on the ice. It's
You know, like carpet down.
oh
you
yeah.
don't
Oh
fall
no,
off
they're
the
like
ice.
they're like tits out. Like they got automatic hydraulic jacks. So they just half of them have it hooked up in their truck to where they just drop it onto the ice from their truck. They don't even unhook. They got a drop hitch, so it doesn't even unhook from the truck. Drill holes from inside because they got electric augers. Fire up propane. You're just fucking sitting in there in your t-shirt, and jeans, fishing. You sit there for the weekend, then you go home.
Playing cards.
Yeah, play cards, get hookers, get drunk. I mean, you think you could run a fucking hooker ring out of a ice? Like, hey, dude, here you text your GPS coordinates, and the girl just shows up on a snowmobile. Cop stop her. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Riding my snowmobile on the lake. I'm going fishing." what do you think? I got a snowsuit on. Like she comes into the ice house, drops a snowsuit. She's like, it's like one of those.
He's just warming her up. She was going hypothermic.
You have so many outs. Sir, what are you doing in there? Oh, I found her on the lake. She was freezing. I had to warm her up with body heat.
That's how it works. We both got to be naked.
Oh my God. Okay, so my other channel got age restricted. The my 4th of July video that was the graphic for it said "grill your meat," but it had
saw that, and I was like,
but
dude.
It wasn't anything about grilling because I made that graphic the week before. I had no idea.
And then you forgot what the fuck you were doing, and yeah.
Did they age restrict it before you went live? Like as soon as you published?
No. I got a follow up. Like so, somebody was like, "Oh no, okay, get this. This is."
What did you talk about?
So I talked about Project Appleseed.
Oh yeah. You talked about guns. You're fun.
Yeah. So get this. Guess who's short hair now, right? Guess who's a new gun model? Da-da-da.
Gun model?
Yeah, gun model.
What do you mean?
And short hair. Da-da-da.
So are we saying that Brian is now the face of Appleseed?
No, not Appleseed at all. I can't tell you who. It's a magazine. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'll model some shit for you. I fucking love playing with guns.
So you're like one of those sluts that they give guns to so they can take pictures?
Are you fucking real? You're like Miss Ukraine out there with a goddamn airsoft rifle pretending to take down the Russian. I will get Putin.
Oh no, but I'll shoot him if they want me to.
Are they going to do the slow motion shots where you lay down and with a 50 cal and they film your ass jiggling with the shot like they do?
Alec Baldwin, here we fucking come.
A ghillie suit when you stand up, it just goes to disco mode and it's just like boop boop boop.
Are you going to wear panda head and put this on your OnlyFans?
Shoot out some lasers.
He just distracts him. He distracts him so that he gets a better shot on him.
So yeah, you got to be a team. I'm fast. Oh shit. You imagine if you're looking through your fucking laser scope you're looking through your scope at night, and then all of a sudden, LED
you're looking at Field and Stream, and there's Brian. There's Brian with a rifle and a bong, just taking a hit.
That'd go great for the NRA, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
The NRA are such big pussies.
Yeah.
They never saw a law they didn't like.
Can I take my membership money back?
They have no idea what shall not be fucking means. They mean just a little from behind.
Shall not be infringed does not mean we negotiate.
God damn, all of them negotiate. They just get the obvious. They send them up there, and they want their.
I mean, that was the founder's style, was to negotiate.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah, we're done.
I think it was 78 cal.
Done. We're done. Yeah, we're. No, you're not. No, we are.
The after party. Yeah, We'll change it from UTG to RIP.
No. I'm saying that's what the founder said. They were just we're done.
Is Josh on mute?
Yeah, my microphone started acting up. I don't know what's up. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got to grab some water and some more weed.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. I don't know. My mic started being fucking weird.
If this kid rolls into my driveway, I'm going to have to, you're going to be solo.
Oh, shit.
Do you know how to do that?
I think so. Done it before.
You ever rolled before by yourself?
Yeah, every now and then.
That's what the realtor, we're going through the things, and he's like, okay, you have to sign this thing. You know what the internet is, right? I'm like, yeah. He's we got to put your house on it. Is that okay? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do it every morning.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I think I'll be okay.
Corey and I are both he says, you know the internet thing, and I'm like, I kind of cocked my head. I'm thinking, what do you mean? What kind of internet we have here, or what is? And Corey didn't say anything, and he's like, you know what the internet is, right? I'm like, yeah, I have a podcast.
Does he think you're that old?
6 days a week. why? He's like, oh, you have to sign this thing that says you're okay with me putting it on the internet. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I initial it. We get all done with it, and we're sitting in the house or in the camper, and Corey's like, I got some questions you got to email him. She's like, one of them is, were you confused when he asked about the internet? I was like, yeah. I thought, well, like, why the hell do we got to tell him what kind of internet we have? She's like, that's exactly what I thought.
Do you know
all
what
the
the
fucking
internet is?
rules and all the shit you have to tell people? It's like, you probably do have to tell them what kind of internet speed you have.
Probably. I thought he was asking. I thought you meant he's asking if you knew what the internet was.
Well, he
I was
did.
like, wow, how
That's
old
what
does he
he
think
did.
you are?
Well, right. He did. He was joking. I mean, he's a buddy of mine. So
Okay, I got
it
you.
was his attempt at humor, and I was
Okay.
confused.
That's on Airbnb now. There's a button as a host you press. It tests your internet speed and it publishes it to your profile.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. You know.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
if people are renting to run business. I mean, it does make sense if you're buying a house. I mean, I'll tell them it's fucking horseshit, so you're going to want to get Starlink.
Right.
It's funny. It's like test this during a normal load. But I did. I tested it while TV was running and there were 20 fucking things hooked up. It was still stupid fast.
Yeah.
Mine is,
Living in the city.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking about doing Starlink RV if we get down there and we find a lot of places. Like, there were a lot of places that we didn't have cell, and there were a lot of places we did. So if we find one, I might have to fucking eat it. And it's almost the same amount as I spent on my internet system, but significantly cheaper a month. But no, not significantly cheaper. I shouldn't say that, because we'd still have to have our phones.
I've
So,
thought
like-
about doing the Starlink thing, but I'm like,
$600, man.
my online shit's got to pick up and start actually making more money for me
Right.
to justify spending $600 on equipment, and 110 for pretty much unlimited, high speed data all the time a month. That's not bad, but $600 for equipment, that's kind of hard to eat.
But that's how we work too. So that's how she's remote work. So it's a business.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to justify it then.
She's remote. Oh, hey, did they answer you on whether they're going to let her float around as long as she has a home address, like has an address is at home somewhere?
No, she asked. It's been super busy there. The nurses were going to strike or something. So it's like super busy. I think she's got a meeting tomorrow. She might hear something.
Well, good. If the nurses strike, then that's going to make them even more desperate to have help.
Or just,
she's in admin. She's not.
I know. Phil.
But for reasonable offers to not be accepted is kind of crazy. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like, it sucks because like her boss wants to do it. It's not her boss's decision though.
Right.
So.
Oh no, yeah, your boss always wants to keep you. Don't leave. Fuck. No. Where am I gonna find
an hour extra.
Well, I wouldn't want to lose her either. How well she does, and how productive she is, and the shit she knows. She's been with that hospital for like, I don't know, pushing 20 fucking years.
It's funny though, the kid's like prepping for his interview with Boeing tomorrow, right? Because he's like he worked his way up from like Walmart in the store out to the oil pit to like moving up through that. But then what? There's he's not commanding people enough to be a manager yet, and they know that Walmart's pretty fucking.
They just test you while you're working.
Right, and he hasn't figured that shit out yet. So, a super union gig with gold-plated fucking everything. The nice thing about being at Boeing is they're on a like, they get so much time off. Fucking.
Hey Brian, I got 3 Comfrey orders today.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's pretty damn good. 3 counts.
Chop.
Yeah, back to it on Sundays till we leave.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Harvest as much of it as you can.
Yeah, why not? I got a ton. Like,
it was interesting.
Comfrey, thelotsproject.com/shop. Comfrey for sale.
Get it while it's still available.
And you never did pots. You always did it in the ground.
Dude, I have a field of it.
But I wonder if you can get it to grow faster, stepping it up in pots to just get it to like go out to the edge,
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm playing. Yeah. I get in different environments and different.
It could be part of the reason I sent it to you.
There's one in an old Coleman cooler. Remember the old metal-sided ones? Somebody had fucked the inside up a little bit, so that's like out in front of the Airbnb now, right on my front porch, so I can watch it every day. So yeah, I've been watering it, letting it drip out the drip hole back into the pond.
I'm curious. So my curiosity is the living river system growing out. How it would grow out.
I haven't got any into the bed yet because I had to clean up in there first, and then we had
So here, tell me this. So
So next is that I had to get it growing. Now then out to the system.
If you have a layer of soil, so you got a crown that's decent, like one of the bigger ones I sent you.
Yeah.
And you put it in a layer of soil that's the right size. And then you have some like a layer of clay pebbles. So you got like a flood and drain bed, but you don't flood it and drain it. You trickle the water through the one end, almost like can you just tell them? I'll be right there. Almost like indirect heat, but indirect water through the hydroton.
Yeah.
But then draw the roots down through the hydroton into the river. Yeah. So you get that root growth of the hydroton. You could just pull it out, chop it off, stick it back in, and away it goes. But it's still getting water, but not direct water. It's driving towards that. It's not going to dry out, but it's still seeking that flowing water.
Right.
So you get your fast growth of the depth of the hydroton.
Might be able to part way, lead the bottom end, snip, just let it go. Just keep.
Well, you could keep harvesting the top.
Hey, I gotta go get it. I'll be right back.
Go do it. Yeah. You keep harvesting the top, right?
Oh my God, the feet review there.
That would make that you like. Yeah, you'd continuously harvest the top of it, and then you'd have all this dry crop.
I've been experimenting a little. I've got one. I call it a wicking bed, but it's like a 55-gallon barrel, and twice a day it'll fill up to like about an inch below the top of the mulch. But I've mostly got really wet-footed type stuff in there, like willows and stuff. I'm rooting. I stuck a piece of comfrey in there just to see. I mean, it almost submerges twice a day, and then it drains back out within like 15, 20 minutes. Growing super fast, but it's spot, but it's doing pretty good. Half tempted just for shits and giggles, crown, and shove it in my little redneck raft system I have floating in my little minnow pond just to see what it does, because it doesn't cost me anything to try. You know
what? I should have done that with one of the little snippets that he sent. Was stick it straight into a raft. And see.
I got an old styrofoam cooler that I poked holes in, and I just stick stuff in there.
Those are fucking great. I saw that on one of your posts. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I have a little basil sprig I stuck in there probably like 3 weeks ago, and the thing is like a whole fucking plant now. I'm like, wow, tomatoes, love that shit. You root all kinds of crap.
Yeah, and you just stuff a hole in the styro just big enough for whatever stock and ram it through.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just, I'm like, well, I was getting a lot of algae growth and everything. I'm like, you know what? I really could cover some surface area until I get some I've got some water hyacinth going as well. I was like,
right,
throw this thing in there, let's try to grow some shit, suck some nutrients out of that water. And hey, some of the stuff's doing some stuff's not doing great, some stuff's doing awesome. And had a goat go and clear it out one day, had to start over, but
yeah, like some stuff will replicate in water, some stuff will suffocate, and just
right.
But
stuff like sweet potato slips and willow cuttings and maybe some mulberry cuttings. Actually, figs doing pretty good. I've got some figs trying to root in there.
Figs do. That's what this giant tree behind me is. I chainsaw off like fig arms every year and drag them out of here.
Right. Like I have no idea if comfrey would do well, but at the same time, I've been kind of halfway thinking about doing like a maybe living river or like a flood and drain, just like a big long trough of like fodder plants at some point, like willow, mulberry, shit like that would just that likes wet feet. And I'm like, if comfrey did okay in that, I'd be fine with growing it just for the greens as a fodder plant. If I could grow a ton of it in a big area like that, over like a big long trough, because I get geese and they eat everything up. So I've got to fence everything off. So
Brian was saying you don't want to feed them over like a certain percentage because people are using it like fodder medicine.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't need a ton of it, but it's a good fodder additive. That could be like your main crop, but that's gonna be more your willow and your mulberry and shit like that. You know,
and to go in your compost for everything you don't need or want to sell. He said he's selling dried comfrey, like 1 ounce and 4 ounce for animal feed.
Yeah.
You can mail it pretty cheap, you know. And
well, I'll take that comfrey too, just a comfrey leaf or comfrey root if I've got extra of it, and dehydrate it and use that when I make salves. You know, I'll just throw that in a little crock pot with the oil and everything and let it steep for a while. It works fine. It's actually easier because you can get more of it in since it's condensed. You know, and it's a little easier to measure what you're using versus the fresh stuff.
Get crushed. Then you can measure it. That hog sap you have is great. Peppermint. I fucking love that.
Everybody loves that shit. I've been using it for years. I mean, it was probably it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago I started using the lard for it, but I've been making the comfrey sap for years and just playing with different things. And because I've got plantain in there and calendula and
that's right, plantain calendula. I like that, but the peppermint feels
tea tree oil and peppermint oil in there. Yep.
It totally feels like cooling sports spray.
It's almost got that icy hot kind of thing going on for it.
Icy hot.
The nice thing about it too is with the tea tree oil and the menthol like that, if you put some of that on, it helps. I'll walk outside like a dumbass, not thinking anything of it, and get eaten up by mosquitoes. So I'm like, shit, let me come get some salve, slap that on. Well, they don't like the smell of it, so it actually keeps the bugs off too.
That's fucking brilliant. Okay. Fall squatch is going to be hog bomb.
There you go. Do it. Well, I mean, I've got, I'm always getting little nicks and cuts on my hands and stuff since, I'm cutting meat and everything. That shit is the best thing for it. I just put that on your hands like a lotion or some shit, and you'll have a pretty deep cut and it'll be healed up in 2 days. That stuff, it works good. As long as you catch it right away. It's like an old cut, and go and start putting that shit on there and let it heal over and like have an abscess inside or some shit, But that stuff will heal skin quick. Hell, I've had things that I put that shit on, and 10 minutes later, like you don't know it's there.
Homesteading.
Yes.
Right. That's why it was interesting. Brian went down and met John at SOE. Sounds to me like from listening to him and Jack and Nicole talk too, that he's trying to collect everything like that you could think of to stick in boxcars for the end of the world. I don't know. I don't know the whole story of the he lived in the woods at one point or whatever. Like when was isolated, right? And figured out no, fuck that. It's not all ending tomorrow. Come back and make money.
Well, I think they basically, he said for a while, he was locked down. Like they were just like, everything's going to shit. So they were just like hoarding their crap and getting ready for the apocalypse. And after 5 years or so of that, he's just like, why am I doing this shit?
Right.
Live, so then he just started going and making all the money he could.
It's but he's still it sounds like Brian was he's got stuff everywhere. All this
I think he's done well enough. He's got the money. He just likes to collect fun shit. And I mean, hell, why not? You can't.
So it's not all survival and shit. It's just fun shit.
I think he got plenty of that. I don't think there's any real survival purpose for the giraffe cycle. I'm guessing.
No. Survival purpose.
Maybe. Who knows?
He's your garage. Oh no, you can put cameras in those eyes. Put him by the gate. Everybody's going to look at the giraffe. Give you the perfect face shot.
Right. I mean, it's a great vantage. You have a big stuffed giraffe outside your compound, have a pan-built swivel head,
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I think they just passed the magazine ban up here. Did you hear about that shit?
No, I didn't hear about that. They're actually doing that shit up there now too.
I think they did. I think you're not. I think what's here is here.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, Brian found out. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I'll be back in a
Washington, they did.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So there was a dude that was getting transferred from Microsoft in Seattle down to somewhere in
Yeah.
California. And I answered his Craigslist ad because it was like must pick up tonight. I got an entire fucking suitcase of like 30 rounders
Nice.
for almost nothing.
Didn't like New York just pull like a whole like pile of shit, like a bunch of crap? I think it was.
I don't know, but for the record, time date 7/8. I got that like 7-8 years ago. No, fuck, that was before Cass and I were together. Yeah.
Didn't you
Like
lose
10,
all those
11
when
years.
you're salmon fishing?
Oh no, I got them because if they're not here now, you can't have them.
Right.
They are fucking here. I'm gonna write. You know what? I'm etching in the side of each one of those instead of my actual legal name. I'm gonna write grandfathered.
You see that where California leaked all of the names and addresses of every concealed carry permit?
You want to hear even a little deeper on that? That's even crazier.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that leak was a document on the government website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like a gajillion thousand other documents were. And
Right.
the leak was only in place for mere moments. So, what are the odds that the exact person would know which page which document would magically appear on for only a few moments and download the file during
How
that
many
time?
thousands of people are sitting there combing the California, state website of every
Just hitting
page all the
refresh,
time?
refresh. Oh, download.
So it's not even that the document was the fact that it was going to be available was leaked.
No,
somebody was
you would
tipped
have
off.
to download it and view it and see that there was no data, and then refresh.
Yeah, so
and then
somebody was
download
tipped
it.
off.
Right. So somebody knew at X time on this exact spot.
I have no doubt it was intentional. I mean, of course, it's California. They're doing everything they can to fight against this shit,
Well, yeah, think about it. It's a brilliant marketing list. Now you just, if you're any kind of parts manufacturer for gun shit, you just buy that.
That's
fucking
awesome.
thing. Buy
That's
that
awesome,
now.
right?
Market
Well, I
to
was
the
like, well,
motherfucker.
damn. So let's basically the way I see it, California has effectively now made it so if you're a concealed handgun owner, you're basically, it's the same thing as being on a sex offender registry. It's public data. If is that?
Well, yeah, now it is. The file's public because it's
Yeah.
you have to assume everywhere now. So
Yeah.
Like,
that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, But
you know what?
time,
It blows the illusion of trying to hide behind. I'll just hide behind this thing. That's why if you notice, my real name's on fucking there's where I live.
Hey, I'm just glad I don't have to have a concealed carry permit because I'm in Texas. Now, and especially now we have constitutional carry.
But to conceal, you need a permit.
Nope, it's constitutional carry in Texas now. I can carry open, concealed, whatever, as long as I don't carry somewhere I'm not supposed to anyway. Can't walk into a school or a liquor store, but can't walk into a government building. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, pretty much all the same rules that you have to follow if you had a permit. Yeah. You got to pay attention because they can have a special, sign up in the window of a store or whatnot. And if you go in that store and they have that sign, then whatever. I'm like, just don't fucking go in the store like that.
Speaking of concealed carry, since I'm now a gun model,
there's
this okay. You know how you carry a gun or a knife on your jeans pocket with that metal clip?
Yeah,
they make that now for smaller handguns.
I've seen that. Just like a lot of the lockback knives, they have that clip, but it's like a pin clip. I've seen those.
It looks like a pen clip. It looks like a whatever clip, but
now
it
just
can
slips
be
on the side there, so you can put it in your pocket. I've looked at getting one. I have looked at getting one. The only reason I haven't is it would interfere with the holster I use. But I've really thought about doing that.
Just for when you don't feel like wearing a holster because you affix it physically to the gun. There's a pin you pop out in the back, put the new pin in, and it's like that. It can't really get hung up. It's just a clip.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the idea of them. I've been seeing those for a while. I thought about it because, I know this as being a thinner guy too. It's hard to carry without printing.
Right.
It really is.
And it's something that,
especially in the summer,
looks like it should be there. Everybody's used to me carrying a never, never ever, not even a thing like that. Yeah. So.
Exactly.
It's not like wearing a fanny pack into the movies.
Right. Half the time I don't
clank, slide.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing I like about those is they're not going to be nearly as loud as all these plastic freaking holsters that everybody's got. That Kydex shit. That's so clacky and loud.
Yeah, Kydex, and it's sweaty and just blah.
I like it for what it is, but damn,
I don't give a fucking rip if I'm gonna get a weapon rusty over time. You know what? Fuck, it's gonna have explosions go off in it and get banged against shit. And
with the humidity we fucking have out here, dude. I mean, I don't even have to sweat on the shit. It just rusts because it exists.
Oh, you should have seen. We pulled a pistol out after we got back from Squatch. It was
I bet. Yeah.
It was like in between two cushions, one of those like, it's there because it's there in case you usually sit right there. And pulled it out of the cushions and I was like, holy shit. It was like brown.
Uh-huh. I'm like, see a lot of guys out here with shotguns like that. They'll have like, it's all blued and everything like that, but it's just completely covered in service rust. And you're like, God damn. They're like, I cleaned this thing last week. It's building up a patina. That's not patina. That's fucking rust. Yeah.
Oh man, that's the worst part about selling hunting shit. They never shut up.
Oh yeah. How many hunting stories did you have to sit through?
Oh my god.
Now imagine.
Well, you have to be cordial to make the sale, and of course they never pull money out until you talk. You have to talk to them for like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You think if I were to go like fish into a lake where stuff had fallen in and pull some out, like now would be a good time to pull it out and put it on the market?
Go magnet fishing. You ever seen those guys do that shit? Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't know. I just have, what? I'm just like talking about like Willis having so much shit. I've given up the illusion of having shit. Like, how many people are going to be like, fuck, let's roll? Like, I don't need to equip a fucking army.
Yeah. Light and nimble.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm thinking now might be a high of I didn't sell my Bitcoin at a high, but maybe I could buy some fucking Bitcoin at a low.
Good idea.
I'm hoping there's a bidding war the next couple days on my house, and there's room in there to go left of the decimal.
I know. Nice. Now's the fucking time. That's why. So
I'm like, oh my god,
I'd love to.
Okay, so Corey and I have had some weird, like, serendipitous shit happen in our relationship, like over and over and over and over. And like this shit is getting weird because we always start seeing weird shit when something clicks.
And the mega dip is like just happens to be here when you're getting all your shit together.
Well, yeah, but no, it's more than that. Like, so we had when we left for Squatch, we had like 30 chickens free ranging around. They were just like, they did their own thing. We threw them some feed every day. We had the neighbors throw them feed. We got back and there was like 15, maybe 8, something like that. And so they survived all the winter. They were fine all winter. In the last like 2 weeks, we're down to 3.
You got every predator in the world out there picking them off.
But
they're like, fuck, store's open.
We lost 3 in one day. And it's like, okay, well, if I sell the house, now I don't have to worry about the chickens.
The universe is providing.
Yeah.
Solving all the problems.
That's because my wife is grounding.
So it's what it is. It's what it is.
She's bringing in the energy of the earth. I mean, like, I'm going full blown. Like, I started doing this shit. I started doing it with her. She's like, you should walk barefoot down the road with me. I'm like, do we have to walk across the fucking driveway without our shoes on? Because that shit hurts.
It'll toughen you up.
She goes, yeah, just do it a bunch of times and then it won't hurt as much. I was like, I mean, I could smoke myself in the nuts like 4 or 5 times in a row and it won't hurt anymore. I'm still not going to fucking do it. Anyway, I bitched up and I fucking walked across the goddamn driveway with it. And I went on a walk with her and I was like, Jesus Christ, I feel better.
It does make a difference. Yeah.
No,
Like our road is like really sandy and it's got grass on the side, so I could walk it and then like back and forth. But yeah, I did it a few days.
Okay,
in a
so
row,
the
and I was, like, back and
greenhouse.
forth, but yeah.
So we're going on a trip.
Yeah, see how the concrete ends?
Mhm.
We decided that part that was gravel forever and shit, we're gonna plant like scotch moss or grass or some shit, like growing shit, because it's not concrete, so we can walk around on grass inside all winter.
So I got a question. So you need to put in some sort of maybe 4x4 area with about 2 inches of water running through it, maybe like a flow through on the floor, so you can put your feet in water contacted to the earth.
That could be interesting.
Well, how would I keep the water in the channel? Like, would rubber be underneath it? Would that block it?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to figure it out. That's your new mission.
Sealed concrete.
Standing on concrete blocks the energy flow. That's what I've heard. That's why I like walking around barefoot on this slab and gonna like meh. But then we were like, oh, that part's open over there. We should put green grass in there.
That'd be cool.
Have you ever seen any of these guys do these natural pools, natural swimming pools?
Yeah.
No, that's so my Squatch Talk number 3, vertical airlift pumps. Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
Yep. Yeah.
It's compressed air in a PVC tube that goes in, right? You put that compressed air in low, and the bubbles rise up the tube, pushing the water ahead of it. It blops out the top.
Right.
But if you're a tadpole swimming around or whatever, you just take a ride. It doesn't dice you up in a mixer motor to shove you up the pipe. So if you're a water bacteria that's a good bacteria, cleaning bacteria, you don't get diced and fried going up the pipe.
Is that just to provide agitation and aeration?
No. So
no. In a living swimming pool.
No, there's a ratio of a living. Who has the video? The dude who like makes the best ones is in England. So you need like so much depth, so you have that water change of temp every day. I think 8 foot's like the number, and then you come up and you have a shallower shelf. You just have to have a deep part.
Right, the shallower shelf's usually planted.
Yeah, well, and then there's the step up at the end that's like the reed bed. So you need like basically like a 3-foot reed bed around the edge of it, and your water pumps that are blooping are going up and wetting all that back down. So you can make like a water barrier past the edge of that, right?
Right.
And you can get like, you don't want to put it like at the bottom of a hill where all the runoff runs in, because you'll get too much rainwater, right? And it'll fuck your bacteria up.
Right.
Like you need to kind of control how much water goes into the system, because you got to keep it full but not too full. It's like an aquaponic system, right? The fish are going to
basically it's an aquaponic swimming pool.
Yeah, and you're just using I forget what they're called, water hyphae, I believe, is the beneficial thing that you want to ride through your system and not die. That cleans the water, like cattails, all that. And the ratios are, when you find the guy on YouTube, you'll find him in like 13
clicks. I've seen little bits of it over the years, but I'm not going to put it in a swimming pool anytime soon. But it's a cool concept. I like looking at that kind of stuff.
If you can dig and hold it stable, like I'm all sand. I think if I dug the 8 feet in the rectangle, I think it would just.
I've got sand and I've got clay.
You gotta get Gabion baskets, Brian.
Yeah, or those door panels that are 2-inch polyfoam and shit, right? And make crisscross applesauce. Yeah, they're all free.
Or just do like Jack Miyagi pond type things with the pond liner,
Yeah, I'd have to keep the water in with something like that, because I'm just sand. If I try to keep water anywhere around here, just gone.
Right. I've got sand and I've got clay, but it's also like 102 degrees 3/4 of the year out here. So when it's cool, I'm busy cutting up deer. I'm not digging holes.
See, when you live by the Pacific Ocean, It is 54 degrees all the time, never changes, ever. And it's like a gajillion pounds of weight. That's that temp. So it always tries to make you colder. It makes you 54. If you're hotter, it drives you to 54. If you're colder, it drives you up. So if you're within a couple miles, that's the temp you better like.
54?
Well, that's the ocean temp, right? So anything near this part of the Pacific, that's what we get. It comes across from Japan.
Until Godzilla swims by and takes a piss or something like that, and then it may raise a couple degrees for a while.
You know what? That's they're
water
like,
temp, right? Not air temp.
When I owned my Rockstar sailboat, like 3-bedroom, it was 54 27 years ago. Guess what it is today? 54.
Huh.
It doesn't fucking change. It's the Pacific Ocean. Ever. Doesn't change.
Pacific Ocean.
Oh, it was so funny. Somebody
Specifically,
the other day
right?
was
Specifically that ocean.
Specifically the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah,
it was somebody's podcast. Oh, it was Willis. He was wanking about there wasn't going to be any Pacific salmon because of Hiroshima or because of the Japanese.
Did you say because of Hiroshima?
Yeah, not Hiroshima. The current one.
Jesus,
the one
that took a while.
The one that they just knocked down with the earthquake.
Fukushima.
I'm like, I go Fukushima. I'm like, I'll go get you salmon like on air in the next 20 minutes with my kayak if you want me to. Like, there's no fish. They're right fucking there. It's the government regulation where they won't let you go out and grab the fish. There's fish are right there. Yeah. It
was Hiroshima that wiped them all out.
Well, no, he was like, yeah, he said because of that, there aren't any fish coming in for them to catch. I'm like, no, there's fish.
What about Nagasaki?
Yeah. That wiped out the crabs. Well, good thing this is a podcast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, killing me.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Wrong channel. Wrong channel.
It's in the comedy category, right? Take a joke. People take a
click.
joke. If you're going to firebomb me, at least do it at night. I like fireworks.
Oh, this is going to be a very clippable fucking episode.
Right? Oh, dude. Also, you know how on
at least he's a 3-banger.
Some of I was told you I had like multiple of them that like the video clip would not come up. And it's been like 5 days. Some of them would not come up. So I did send a message to him, and he got back to me like a day later. Said, "Oh, can you send me a link to one of the ones that hasn't updated the video clip?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." Like 10 minutes later, he goes, "Yeah, I see the exact problem. We'll work on the bug. I don't know what's wrong, but we'll see what we can figure out."
Boom, because it just spun and spun. I finally found one. I was like, "Oh, people like this."
Well, when you make the clip and you go to share the clip, if you click it, it should populate automatically with like a web link, an audio link, which would just give you an MP3, and then there's a video link, which is the MP3, but it's also got like this snazzy little already edited video thing and everything. They're perfect to upload to TikTok.
Yeah, they're perfect for TikTok
uploads. Like, so that's what we've been doing. Like, do your clips, just straight up rip them right down and slap them on TikTok.
And my phone, when I hit share on Fountain, it gives TikTok as an option.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. And I've actually been getting some good traction on my TikTok ones that I've just uploaded too. They're not like the best, but hey, it's content. So
yeah, I had to do the MP3 on top of a stock video because the one I wanted to do with Independence Day. Because I said that bullshit. I said that in the morning, so I wanted to post it at night when everybody was like searching fireworks, and I was like,
right.
"Oh, I should put a fireworks video behind it, and then it'll be fireworks, and it'll be my ass telling you why I want to be independent."
That's why I put grill your meat for 4th of July. I think somebody was pissed off that it wasn't a grilling video and probably hit the narc button.
Who's this asshole?
Like, this isn't about grilling meat.
What's he grilling? He must be grilling those flowers in that bong.
What the hell is he grilling?
Oh,
he smoked himself silly. He ain't grilling shit.
It's talking about grilling meat. No, it's talking about guns instead. What the hell?
Project Appleseed.
I want to grill apple seeds that got cyanide in them.
I'm going to a barbecue and there might be a drive-by. Nobody should own guns.
What?
Oh, my God. Yeah, the old dude where I got that gun belt was so funny. I was like, You want to hear something? And he's like, yeah, because it was all his reloading supplies. I was like, have you ever heard of Appleseed? He's like, what? So I gave him the 90-second elevator pitch.
Yep.
I was like, yeah. And so we could tell Karen's like, be like, by the time they left Sunday, they knew like it wasn't going to jump out of the box and shoot nobody by itself. And
Exactly.
two, they knew that like the officers had really, really well laundered clothes that were bright red. And the only motherfuckers that fell that day were wearing bright red. Because pissed off farmers know where to aim. It's
Speaking
not
of,
wrong.
you've been
It's
seeing
not-
this shit over in the Netherlands? Dude, these guys have been wilding out.
Oh, no.
They're
They're
blocking
fucking
off all the plants, blocking off ports, spraying shit on things. I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, you guys go.
So if you haven't seen this guy on Odyssey, is where I get all of his shit. But he's called Styx Hexen.
Okay.
Or 666 Styx Hexen. Styx. So STYX.
666. Now we're pulling in the Satanists.
Oh no, he's great. Well, he's more like a book club Satanist, like more
We're
like
an equal opportunity podcast. We will
Book
cater to
club
the Satanists. We'll care
Yeah,
to
you'll see.
Japanese.
So he married this Dutch chick. He's living over there right now, but his podcast every morning is great because he's giving the updates. So the farmers and the shipping dudes, right, are locking it fucking down. They're taking out old tractors that they don't give a fuck get towed away and just dropping them on the freeway. How are you going to tow that?
Right.
And the ports are shut. So now, well, the deal is, right, they told all these farmers, like, hey, by 2030, like 30% of you will not exist. Like, for certain, you will not be in business. So that's like just lining up 10 motherfuckers and going like, hey, in 8 years, we're going to shoot 3 of you. Like, for sure, for real, we mean it. We're fucking the government. We're here to tell you, like, you will not be alive.
Right.
So they're said it on like out loud. So
You think they won't try that same shit here? They're just trying to quietly do it now.
yeah.
But,
So they got to the part of the out loud bit, right? And their deal is they need housing. Like they need there's more people, right? They don't want to go up because they don't want to have like New York ghettos in Chicago. Like they don't want to go up. They're boxed out. They're land poor.
Right.
So everybody's supposed to have this mythical job, right? That's a clickety clacker behind a machine so you can go up in the monkey boxes. Like, how hard is that? Okay, so you know what to go. So does everybody stop eating meat? No, it means they got to grow it somewhere else. So you got to make money not growing shit so that you can buy the shit to feed your fucking peasants. So
I think
Yeah,
the
so the-
Netherlands is actually one of the biggest ag producers in Europe.
So the farmers were like, fuck this, right? And now the shippers are like, yeah, we like to eat. So they're in. So now the whole deal is
Who doesn't like to eat?
I like
well, his whole deal
it. Look
is
like
if
it, but I do.
the last leg of the stool before it's pure government takedown is the construction workers, because they're going to be the beneficiary of the land taking, right? Is infinite construction jobs. So as laborers, they got labor on their side already. The holdout is construction, right? Because they are the beneficiary of this robbery.
But
So-
do they like to eat?
Right. If they see past the short term to the long term, right, of like being the only labor group left, that it could like all shut everything down, and then you just demand your terms to reopen the country. Right.
Right.
They're the last domino. So if they flip and go with the shippers because they've stopped transport and the truckers and the
Funny
farmers.
thing is, if you look at it, pretty much every major revolution that has ever happened in modern history has been a bunch of pissed off farmers.
Yeah, and you got to control the ports. Paul Revere, and why do you think they call it like that was his job?
Well, what is 90% of the ports are used for what? Food. Transportation of food and resources for that. So the farmers are like the main customers of the ports.
Yeah. So
It's not exactly hard to block a port.
Yeah,
It's not
so the
going
Dutch politicians are going to figure out like whom gets to give orders to whom. shortly.
Yep, I think they're finding out right now. I love seeing the shit getting sprayed on all the government buildings and shit. Like, yes,
They always say like, World War IV won't be like World War III because it'll be sticks and stones. But I don't know, We always think like revolutions are like the last one because you study the last one, not the next one. Like, in the story of America, it was won and over before the first shot was fired because there was resolve. So, if you get to the resolve point, they know the outcome is certain. Maybe it's just a handing over the keys. So my dad got a free house in Seattle in 1972. Like a dude literally threw him fucking keys. It's worth like $4 million today. Like, good luck. Here's a fucking house, kid. The town was on fire. Everything was burning down. It was Boeing was up.
Yes, I'm out.
They were the only employer. Everybody had mortgages. There were no jobs, right?
Yeah.
People were fleeing anywhere. So if the current regime knows it's 100% certain it's fucking done, right?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it easier just to throw the keys to the motherfuckers coming in? You're literally a millionaire. You could go rape kids anywhere else but here. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. The way I see it with the current shit, especially with everybody. I mean, whoa.
Talking about those freaks. What do we got here? Let's see.
What
Child
the
ID.
fuck? This can't be used for nefarious means at all.
Oh my god. So did you hear about so the ruling that they snuck in while they were like whipping everybody into the fucking butter froth with the fucking row shit? The real one they snuck in was the tiny little thing to the EPA that said basically you can't work outside of your scope. And when we say scope, we fucking mean the intent of the Congress that wrote the bill, not the scope of the current Congress as they interpret the bill. And when they write bills, there's an extra addendum to it that says like facts and scope of the case or what, like why we wrote this fucking bill, blah, blah, blah. There's an actual part of it that says scope. So it's not like you have to determine what the scope was at the time of the Congress that wrote the thing. It's a fucking written thing. It can be interpreted by like fifth graders. So the real thing about that is
you're silent there.
You're I fucking muted him here.
So what? Why'd you mute him?
The real thing of it is if that three-lettered agency can't work outside of their scope of the intent of the Congress that created them, neither can the FBI, which was created back in the teens or the FBI, whatever, long fucking time ago. So whatever that scope mission is of that agency, reel that fucker back. It could go back to that legitimately.
I like how with all the road crap going on too, they also turned around and did what they just, with no provocation and no reason, decided we're going to alter the Miranda Act. Oh, now the cops don't actually have to read you your rights. You have to ask. And if you do decide to say something while you're under arrest, they can consider that you willingly waiving your right to remaining silent. Like, what do you mean waiving my right to remaining silent? So if I speak up and I've waived that right, what's that mean? Does that mean you're going to coerce me to speak? What are you going to do? Beat the shit out of me? Can you legally
stop?
Right?
No,
So I was like, but here's the thing. Why'd we decide now after years we're going to alter that? It wasn't like there was a need. It's not like something happened that we're like, we need to change
Here is a clue for you, everyone. Don't ever fucking say anything to any fucking police officer without an attorney.
No.
Keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
Nothing.
My attorney's name is, and he's a member of the county bar. Here's his number.
I was just like, what?
I'll wait. I know you get overtime after a while. I'll chill with you.
I'm gonna take a nap, dude. So when he shows up, just fucking wake me up.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Innocent guys sleep. No, is it guilty guys sleep?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Well, okay. If you decriminalize everything you've been like warehousing the fucking hotels, the state hotels with, you don't get to have state maids or state like landscapers anymore. So you got to have other things to like fill the hotels.
Hey, Brian, do you follow pot laws in other states very much?
Minimally.
Did you hear about some weird thing where they miswrote the bill in Minnesota that they passed and they ended up legalizing gummies and can of beverage?
I heard about that.
Yeah. But if you look at that bullshit, it's 5 milligram per serving max. So what are you going to eat? Like a fucking 3 dozen cookies? Yeah.
I like to eat. I'm just kidding.
If you're going to follow the
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, if you're like, they opened a loophole. Yeah. Well, okay. So I guess you get a vial of straight 100% THC, maybe with some MCT oil, maybe some Delta 10. I don't know where I'd find it at. But maybe you put dosing on the bottle that says dosage 5 milligrams per serving, like servings in this bottle. Oh, fuck.
I can go buy a box of fucking Cheez-Its and it's like 42 servings in the box, but nobody eats 1/42 of a fucking box of Cheez-Its. They eat half of that shit.
I went and bought my box of 5 milligram gummies and I ate the whole thing. It was 87 servings.
You'd be selling bags of fucking gummy bears.
The first one kicked in and I just kept eating them.
You got to sprinkle them. You got to sugar the
cereal.
You got to sugar the outside of them with a little meth or crack if you're gonna really sell gummy bears. Fuck, come on, get in the game.
Oh god, yeah. Some chick was going off about that on TikTok, and I was like, yeah, I don't have time to look into it. It's just fucking retarded. But...
was it a happy day because now weed is legal in Minnesota?
No, it was more that they didn't proofread their shit and they passed something they didn't mean to.
They're like, look at this shit. Yep.
So my next shirt that one that I came out with, it's the drug war vet shirt. The next one is going to have the flag on the back, but no blue line. It's going to have a green line. And on the front, it's going to say avoid regulatory capture. Because that's the motherfucking trick. They're like, hey, let's make this legal. Oh, by the way, I've already written like 1,000 pages of laws. And every homie I know has a business that will somehow be mandated to come help you. Good luck.
I always love that. I'm like, when we make a law. Okay. Why does it need to be a fucking phone book for one simple thing?
Hookup. You don't donate enough, obviously.
Why do we need more laws is the thing that I always wonder.
Why do we need laws at all?
Well, no, not even that. But why?
No, exactly.
What could there? Is there like rampant shit going on that no one knows about? Suddenly discovered that we need to make a law to make it.
We're not enforcing half the fucking laws we have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just make new ones.
Fucking 100.
Like, so we have guys who have literally studied law.
Murder's fucking illegal. So
yeah, we have guys who have studied laws their entire life, and even in their own state, they have to research shit when a case comes up because they cannot fucking know all of the bullshit and the ins and outs.
And why do we need this? Like,
the Walmart signature getter.
We need it to prop up the fucking the legal system. Basically, there's an industry around it. That's why. So lawyers have jobs. So
it's all the legal assistants. It's all the fucking from the Congress, congressional aides. It's all the fucking staff at the Congress House and all the bullshit and the people that make the paper and the fucking ink they write all the bullshit on because it's just fucking enormous.
It's why we stop selling liquor before we can stop selling liquor in a bar because we make too much money off of DUIs.
Yeah.
What is
it's a racket?
What is it? South Dakota? Someplace only has congressional meetings every other year.
Texas. So it slows that shit down. And
why don't we like elect Congress and they only show up once every 5 years? Once every 4 years, we have an election and then they get together and they talk for like 3 months and then they go away.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just help them all and have a whole new Congress every time. Get some fresh
And
blood in there.
if they need to say something, like if they need to get together to talk about an emergency, they got to take fucking horse and carriage back to Washington, D.C.
They got to actually declare war and put a bond up for all their personal property.
And they actually have to participate in the war.
Yeah, that's a bond for all their personal property.
Yeah.
Means you don't get to be a billionaire.
I like the idea that Jack threw out the one time with the balls, the white and black marbles, and you go up, and depending on how many people you were sending, what percentage of the troops are going to die, and they call them up 10 at a time, and they each pick a ball, and if it's like 40% of the soldiers die, they just pop the 4, they get black balls. Like if they voted for war, pop, done.
Yep.
Because you're just sending other people's kids to 40% of them are just going to fucking die. So you need to assume that risk. And we know we don't want you as fucking soldiers because they're all 90 fucking years old. But yeah, poom.
It was the original word to decimate. It meant, like, I think that's what it was. If you lost a battle, they decimated you. You had to like go kill 10% of your own fucking dudes. If you didn't, they were going to kill you all. So it was your choice. You could get decimated and return home.
Hunger style. Every so many years, we just get all of these wannabe Congress people together and whatnot. And they've all got one law or one cause that they want to push. We make them all fight to the death, and whoever survives, we give them a mansion and $1 million a year, and we make their shit law. There you go, and you're exempt from having to do it again.
I don't know. There's some pretty crazy strong dudes.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, the signature getter outside Walmart when I came out last week, I was like, no, fucking, unless you're telling me like this thing's gonna repeal 9 things, and blah 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 blah. Like seriously, like I'll sign.
Did I ever tell you when they asked me to sign a petition for the teachers union? So
you're like that protection.
This was when I was still. This is Josh. This is about.
Oh, now we guys just teachers. We're gonna get.
Oh shit!
I sent you that memory from Facebook talking like where I thought that still fucking mattered.
Yeah.
Well, this was then, so I was like all into like I knew the superintendent's. My kid was in school, so I knew the superintendent's salary. I knew all the shit because they were always begging for fucking money, and I was paying taxes and shit. And I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit. So I was like all right wing fucking. Poster boy for sure. And so I'm walking into the school and the teachers are sitting there. They got all their iPads lined up and they're sitting there. They're like, hey, sir, can Mr. Alexovich, can we talk to you? And I'm like, sure, you can talk to me, whatever you want to say. They're like, will you sign this petition? We're going to send it to Governor Pataki to make sure he funds schools more because we're so understaffed. We're so underfunded and so underpaid. And I'm like, you're really underpaid? Do you know what your superintendent of schools makes? And they're like, no. I'm like, I tell them, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, he does a lot. And I'm like, okay, well, do you know what this group of people make? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, but they're the school board or whatever. And so I go down this list, and I was like, you know how much? I said, do you know how much, something? I've been looking at a new iPad. Do you know how much those fucking things cost? They're like, yeah, they're really expensive. I said, yeah, there's 4 of them on this fucking table. Go buy some notebooks. You don't need any more fucking money.
Exactly. Oh shit!
Oh,
I walked away, and they were just like,
how much on that new stadium?
That's the problem with any kind of government shit. It's never enough. It's always more. We need more.
Well, more bureaucracy, more money, more funnels that's got to go into. So
there has never been a time in history where government willingly reduces itself.
Do you know what the biggest educator in the world is right now? Is fucking YouTube. You know how much that costs? If you don't mind watching ads, it's fucking free.
It's fucking free. And hell,
why do you need $80,000 a year, whatever it is, the educated kid is fucking YouTube is free. Oh, exactly. Fine. Pay for YouTube Prime. It's like what, $3.99 a month or something?
Oh my God.
You can watch educational content like this podcast for fucking free. So. Think about it. It didn't cost you anything to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, look at all you learn.
Educational.
Hiroshima caused salmon to fly away.
Yeah.
Costa Rican
people on OnlyFans.
We're plotting.
We gotta be the most entertaining podcast per mile.
Gotta be.
Who can beat us?
Hey, although I feel like we're slacking because did you guys see Fireside Freedom the other night?
No.
yesterday, last night?
Yeah, where they're
Little
talking
bit.
about guns.
Well, towards the end, they were reading that he said, you guys need to go to Apple Podcasts or whatnot and give us a good review.
Oh, yeah,
because
they
we
got a bad
horrible
review.
You see that? Did you hear that review?
Oh, I'm
No,
on the thing.
Oh, I'm like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, I'm kind of mad. We don't have a bad review here on the after party yet. Like, this is such a disjointed
if there
thing.
was
and
an
I'm
episode
like, some of us
listed?
rambling.
Did you go and look at it?
No,
I'm
they
not
read
looking. He read it though. He read it.
I know,
live,
I
though.
heard it, but I was curious. Does that show like what episode it is or something?
I don't know. I'll have to go out and look. I don't even think I have Apple Podcasts on my phone. or
Yeah,
anything,
I'm
so-
an
Corey's giving
anti.
us a sneak peek.
yeah.
What's that?
A foot came up.
Oh,
Careful, you're gonna get us banned.
Oh shit, dude! We're age restricted.
Oh no, now we're in trouble.
Oh, shit.
Now we've done it.
Yeah, this is on my YouTube too.
That
I just
foot
talking
could
about
be
killing animals. What the fuck? You don't give me
Oh.
age restricted.
smoking meth
Oh.
covered edibles.
No, you eat those.
What else have we not touched? We got guns, politics,
We want high
Porn.
class meth heads.
fucking drugs. What the?
We only want the ones that eat it.
Yeah, return customers that pay
Yeah.
their Visa bill.
Oh shit! Wow.
That have multi 6-figure incomes
Yeah, they're just oh.
for now.
Oh, you guys ever listen to Timeline Earth?
No.
Oh fuck!
I don't think I have. No.
I gotta go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's not that time. We're running over 2 hours.
Advertise. Whatever stream this is
Yeah.
on, say something fun.
TheLostProject.com. Buy all
Yeah.
sorts of shit. I'm trying to sell it.
Yeah, buy Brian's Comfrey.
I got
Got
candles
one.
on sale. Candles on sale. I'm trying to get rid of them before we sell the house because I'm not taking them with us. So right now they're 6 for $50, I think. All right,
You
6
made
for
it one
$50.
last batch, right? 99 candles on the wall coming down.
Yeah,
Last
no, there's
one.
only 48 candles left.
Oh, 48 left. Boom. Get
I
on.
get collected by Corey's feet.
6 at a crack. That'll go
I think
fast.
there's
Oh, yeah, pack by feet,
6 packs for $60 or something like that.
foot by foot. Pack
For $65 come with a picture of feet.
$65. I will have her put a toe print in one of the candles.
Oh, there you go.
Hit that premium plus.
Right.
Okay, all right. That's it. Jesus.